and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Bussin with the Boys. This is episode
Halloween. Episode Halloween.
Episode Spooktober. We're going to tell you real quick what we're going to get into today. But before we do that, sitting to Will's right is Dink. is Dink, a.k.a. Delanie Walker, a.k.a. the Mule. Today, what we're going to talk about on this show, we're obviously going to get into a weekend recap. We're going to talk Spooktober. We're going to talk college football, NFL. We're going to talk good, bad, ugly, twisted question, poopiest moment presented by Dude Wife.
Pass. Go ahead.
And then we're going to talk about DirecTV, overly direct take. But before that, let's talk about the Chevy Silverado, dude. Let me tell you something about the Chevy Silverado. There are a lot of vehicles out there. There's a lot of choices you can make when you're getting into that vehicle. If you want to be safe, if you want to look fantastic, and you want to go the distance on a solid range, you need to look at the ZR2 and the ZR2 family. Willie, you got a ZR2, don't you, brother?
I do, and I love it. It is a phenomenal truck right now. It's raining, but it doesn't matter. It's snowing, it doesn't matter. It's hot, it doesn't matter. Whatever the weather, whatever the environment, the Chevy Silverado ZR2 gets it done. Tell me a little bit about the family members in that.
You want to know what the family members do? The first ever Silverado heavy duty ZR2 joins the franchise, making Chevy ZR2 the only truck brand with a full line of trucks ready for wherever your off-road adventure takes you. And I know you know about that Multimatic DSSV dampers and the rugged mud terrain tires, Willie.
Yes, and all the cameras. It's got every bell and whistle you could imagine, and they are all useful. They're not just for fun. They're not just for glitz and glamour. This is the real deal, boys.
It's the real deal, like the University of Michigan. Think, do you have a Chevy? Yes, you do.
Yeah, I do actually.
Yeah, you gotta.
We're just over there sitting creepy. At some point, you have to take that mask off.
I'm trying to be creepy the whole time.
Head to Chevy.com and check out the Chevy Silverado and the family of Chevy ZR2s, the official truck of Bussin with the Boys.
Let's go, dude.
Happy Halloween,
Happy
squad.
Halloween. The finale is officially here, and the weather.
Garrett just got in a stance.
Do we boys want to talk about our costumes real quick? Gee, are you a UFC champion, brother?
World champion. Pound for pound.
I am Iron Mike.
Oh, you're Iron Mike.
I'm Iron Mike.
The All-American boy.
All-American boy.
Future defeater of Conor McGregor.
Absolutely.
Mitchie, you look like a nice Disney.
Can you hit backflips, Gary? We might need you to hit just 4 off the cage.
Off the top of the bus.
I am Stanley Yelnats from the movie Holes.
Phenomenal movie.
I got my sploosh right here.
Filled with body armor water.
Yep, and I'm digging holes after we're done.
That's a good, well put together costume.
When I went out this weekend, it was a unanimous decision that me and my roommate won.
You've become a little bit of a Nashville socialite in the past couple of weeks, huh?
I mean, I gotta do what you can.
You're out in them streets, brother, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, when Friday hits and that bat signal is out.
Let's talk to your mentor.
Wait up,
Let's talk to your mentor to your left.
Do you got a do-rag on?
I'm a wizard. I'm a wizard. I have my orb here. Look into it and ponder what life secrets are for you. And wizards.
Wizards. JP, I think we all know what you are.
Yeah, I don't really need to say much about it. One of the greatest authors of all time. Somebody that's inspired me a lot.
J.K. Rowling.
Yep. Green eggs and ham.
Do you play with your tail?
Of course I play with my tail. You want to play with it?
I do not.
And Delanie, before we force you to take your mask off, what are you?
I am Dink, lost brother of Doink. If you know who that is, you'll know. But I've been in Twisted Metal since 6 years old.
Yo, I think are they making a movie?
A Twisted Metal movie?
Twisted Metal
We
movie.
already have one.
Oh shit. Maybe I'm late.
Is they really? Dude, Twisted Metal was such a game.
Dude, it really
Such a game back in the day.
It's a TV show now.
It's a TV show now?
Twisted Metal?
Yes.
And so Dink is a long lost brother of Doink, and Doink was in WWE.
Yes.
Do you know about Doink? Because he told me, and I didn't know.
Doink from WWF. I remember him on the video game. On the Sega Genesis, actually, when I was playing it, I was like, yo, who is this? Who's the clown? Doink the Clown. But yeah, he's a World Wrestling Federation back when it was WWF.
And they thought his little brother was the little person he had with him, but it was actually me.
All right.
Let's talk to the worst best friend a guy could ask for. Will Compton, what are you?
I am a Michigan Wolverine.
You're a Michigan man.
After last week has unfolded. Hey, run. Check run. It's going to be a run. After last week has unfolded, I thought it was a great time to break out, put the use the Michigan jersey that they made for me. I got the wrist coaches on. It says, look at coach. The other one says it's either run or pass. I got the little tape over here, asterisk 7-0. Scully, yeah, I mean, I got the cleats on. I'm a Michigan football
You went
player.
all out.
Yeah.
You should have called me. I would have brought my helmet for you.
I didn't want you to know until you saw me.
And I saw it. I literally thought to myself, I know Will's going to do some bullshit. Are we past 5 minutes? Okay. I knew Will was going to do some bullshit. That is fucking crazy.
That's what we should dive into right now.
College football?
Michigan Wolverines,
Yeah, we could talk about-
them under absolute heat with all these allegations.
I think the outside world thinks they're in heat. I don't think they are at all. You know what happened this weekend? Them boys went out to Rick's. Those boys went out to Skeeps. They went to the Brown Jug. They got good and toasty over the weekend, woke up on Sunday with a hangover. And right now, on this Monday, when you guys are watching this Tuesday, they're getting after it, ready to go 8-0.
They
They could care less.
Ooh.
They could care less about what the outside world is saying.
yeah. If you're a player, you got to control what you can control. But I'm talking about from the investigation going on. I mean, that's a massive scandal.
How serious
Yeah.
is that
Wait,
investigation?
not that serious.
We gotta get the mask off.
What's that?
You said they're at the bar this
People are gonna be listening in the car. Just
Hey,
being
this
like,
is
"Yo,
this is
guy
the most
got
scary
it."
thing. Look at his face. I got a picture of Quentin Spain, and one of those little. We were playing in Chicago, and he had one of those things on,
Face.
just squishing the face big
Oh,
time.
Face is squished right now.
Face
Like,
is squished. You're gonna
I mean,
you're gonna
Was it hot
pass
in there?
out.
Was it hot in there?
it's not that hot in this one. I had other ones that was crazy. I couldn't even remove the face, so that's why I didn't even freak it. You know what I'm
I mean,
saying?
you got a Hollywood style mask.
Oh yeah, this is straight up Hollywood. I'm really into this Spooktober stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like really.
I love that you're so into it, dude. What was the number one thing you did in Spooktober? Then we will absolutely get into Michigan. I apologize.
Say what?
What was the number one thing you did in Spooktober?
Um,
Mike, to your face.
yeah, I'm trying to think before I talk.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Man, we actually about to go to a haunted house tonight. So we haven't been able to do nothing. I've been ripping and running, doing all type of crazy stuff. But tonight is the night. We're about to go crazy. So I'm excited for
Which
it.
one you going to?
What it's the
There's a Devil's Dungeon.
it's in Madison. The one we going to is in Madison.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Is it like a what's it called?
Yes.
That's a good one.
That's a really good one.
Yes.
The theatrics of that one is really good, but scary wise, Beast House, Devil's Dungeon,
Mm.
and then that one we went to a couple years ago with the big three.
I know. I can't remember the name.
Caitlin looked
dude.
it up and she told me about it on our way back from going to Devil's Dungeon. And I was like, that is the place because it's got the movie theater in it.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
that
yeah.
was
I've
probably
been
my
in that
favorite.
Yeah.
You been in
that's
that one?
Yes, with the tattoo shop.
The tattoo shop in it, is it the movie
Yes,
theater.
yes, I've
They
been
got the
there.
big three involved in that one.
And there's like a
Yeah.
lady
Bro.
standing out there with an anaconda over her neck too, and that messes me up. That's like
Yeah.
my biggest fear of snakes.
Yeah, same.
Messes me up big time.
Yeah. The Michael Myers part. I mean, those are, when you're hitting those, that's a lot of fun. But yeah, we went to Devil's Dungeon on Friday, right?
Solid.
That was a good.
It was a nice
good
one.
Fright. A
Yeah.
good fright.
Oh, we had Mitch and G with us too. We did a little vlog for it for Spooktober, which will be coming out, I think today, right? It'll be coming out today, which is really cool. Dog, there were a couple of jump scares. I got one early, like right in the beginning,
Right out of the gate.
right out of the gate. Because usually I like to like pretend to be scared, so
Yeah.
then it like tricks myself into being
Yeah.
actually scared.
Yeah.
Legit, they just got me from the get go.
Wow.
That was the second time I went to one that month.
Taylor's caught in a middle of a scream yelling. Taylor like thrust her forward, like save your. I'm out of here.
I was in self-preservation mode.
Yeah.
Pushed her into
But it was
I
a
was
good
not
first
saving Taylor
fright.
for nothing.
I
But
had one that
you
sent me into the wall
yeah,
that
so
one time.
there's a maze at Devil's Dungeon, and I'm right behind
And
Willie.
it's pitch black. Like the only lighting we had is Garrett is in the back filming it. So you saw a little bit. So around like every turn of the maze, you could like see a little bit of something, like a shadow went by with the dude with the hammer. I'm like, man, they're about to get us at some point. But everybody's like, there was nobody with a hammer. I'm like, oh, we're literally about to get killed.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna act like I'm delusional, seeing like a haunted house guy running around with a hammer.
Classic horror movie.
Yeah.
Classic
Got a
horror
hammer.
movie.
Oh, Will, you're always playing. You're always playing around.
In a haunted
yeah,
house.
Yeah.
And this
See you?
Yeah, this dude gets me, obviously, and I like jump back, and there's like a wall right there because it's small. Like you're in this
Yeah,
maze.
you're in the
trying to
little
navigate-
tunnels. Yeah.
get around. Yes, bro.
But
It's
they
actually
listen
so
too.
good.
They
Yeah.
kind of listen to see who they want to scare because you notice they'll kind of go past you sometimes to scare the person who's
Yeah.
always screaming.
Yeah.
So I try to be like,
Or they get
quiet.
patient.
Don't
Be
give me-
quiet.
They see who didn't get very scared, and then they'll get patient, try to come up behind them like
sneak
later.
you.
They
Yeah,
do,
yeah,
they do a
yeah.
good
They'll
job of
sneak
that.
scare you.
And then you always got a tip of the cap to the chainsaw at the end.
Man, I
you get a
just
chainsaw
get
at the
scared
end.
because I don't know if it's real or not. That's the only problem. Like, is the shit real? They
Yeah.
really let this dude start a chainsaw in this place? Like, I'm like, dude, get away from me. I will knock you out.
Yeah. Dude, my buddy that came with us, Tanner Tignini, he's like, yo, what if the guy with the chainsaw actually put a chain on it and just attacked us?
Yes.
And literally, I'm like, that'd be crazy.
It can happen.
Like,
How
how
would
would
a massacre?
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally, he'd go to jail.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'd
I
be
mean,
dead.
He'd probably kill himself first.
You think so?
Yeah.
If he's master slaughters people,
Yeah,
then he's
all in the
offing
fucking-
I
himself.
mean, you probably
Yeah.
want to kill yourself after that.
And we probably won't even think. We'll be like, this is fake. This is so real.
Yeah, haha, get me. Yeah.
Blood splatter. Damn, how did they do it?
How are you playing into that with them?
That's unbelievable. He must have been here early. But yeah, dude, Spooktober and the trick or treating out there. I feel bad for the people,
Yeah.
like the kids that are between 17 and like really college, because I feel like at that point everyone's thinking, "Oh, trick or treating's not cool," and then now we get to have kids and legit go out there and relive trick or treating, which is the
And
best.
teaching our kids to do it. Like I
Yeah.
can't wait for Rue. It'll be her first time. She's not gonna know it all, but it's gonna be fun. She's Boo from Monsters Inc. I'm Sully. Charo is Mike. How you say his last name?
Wazowski.
Wazowski,
Yeah, big drop by me. But yeah, we got a little family costume thing going on, so it's gonna be fun, like taking her around trick or treating.
And I did see it this weekend. It's an awesome. The zip up dad onesie is truly the move.
I was gonna wear it on this, but I was sweating so badly at that Halloween
bet.
party
Yeah.
where I was like, I can't just be on the bus for an hour and a half, for 90 minutes,
Yeah.
just sweating my
Yeah,
ass off.
sweating your ass
Even though it
off.
would be funny if I'm just sitting here in the Sully onesie just the entire time.
Truly dripping. I like this costume a whole lot more. It's
No, I thought of this last night, honestly. Like I was trying to put like a scouting coach one together. Like the dude, Connor Stallions or whatever, like on the sideline. Try to put like the Michigan fit together. And nothing was like readily available in store, like what I wanted, like that patented Michigan hat that Harbaugh and all those boys wear.
mm,
And then like the sweater and everything else. But I was like, you know what? They did make that Michigan jersey. I was like, I can rock that. I went to Dick's this morning at like right when it opened, 9:00. Went in there, spent about $120 just on all of this shit. Got to look at coach, either run or pass.
yeah, you said that.
Just all
You've
the
already
good
said
stuff.
that. It's already been in the
It's
show.
asterisk 7-0.
Yeah, yep.
So I got the cleats on.
I feel like you could have got a hardball outfit at Walmart. He
Easily-
literally shops
easily could have done that.
I could have definitely found the glasses, but the hat, it was the sweater that was going to be the hard part because I was trying to search everywhere, like pick up in stock,
Oh,
like
yeah.
pick up,
A Michigan
curbside.
sweater, yeah.
And nobody had like pass. Sorry, he held up the
You
sign.
got to know what it is.
Yeah.
Use it to your advantage.
Hey, but for
let's-
real.
let's get into it.
Let's jump into that. I mean, that's massive news. Like I know we're gonna play. Like I'm gonna do my fun little stuff. I know you're gonna play. The boys.
You're
They're
doing fun little stuff. Like you've been pretty over the top about it. You've been pretty over the top. But I got you in my good, the bad, the ugly. Don't worry.
what do you mean over the top?
You know.
Number one, this is one of the biggest college. This if all of this is true, this would be one of the biggest scandals in college football history. So it doesn't like whatever team is happening on. Like yeah, you're my boy, and it's happened to be Michigan. But this is if you don't have all those kind of opinions and fun takes and everything else on the internet, like you're missing out. You got to get in on that kind of action.
What happened over the past weekend? The developments. Yeah, the boys had a busy weekend.
Just more of the stories come out. So I want to say, I don't know how everything is unfolded throughout the week, but you start off, you figure out that this Connor Stallions, this cat who from the age of 16 wanted to be a Michigan Wolverine coach and realized going to school, he wasn't going to be able to, maybe he didn't think he could become a coach like going through the GA mode at Michigan. So then he ends up going to the Naval Academy, becomes a Marine, but he's also GA on staff to kind of probably learn the ins and outs of being a coach. So that way he could bring something to the table once he does go to Michigan. All this time he's getting, he's watching TV copies, things that we're all aware of. He's watching all this stuff to show the value that he could bring as a Michigan GA. Like, hey, I'll do whatever it takes. Like, this is a guy who was born and wanted to be a Michigan Wolverine, like, for the rest of time. They only pay him $55,000. Like, he's on a small salary. And when he did that, he has this 550 to 600 page Michigan Manifesto, which is biblical, by the way. Like, that is awesome. But at the same time, like, for the story, he has like this 600-page book that he calls the Michigan Manifesto to show how Michigan's going to take over college football for like the next 15, 20 years, right?
Yeah.
So in the last few years, as everybody's learned to know, he's been buying, or he's been taking, like, whether it's other Michigan GAs or other guys he used to coach with or guys he used to know, he would buy them tickets like on the 40-yard line across from every team to all of like the conference games for like the last few years or whatever. What's it been? 30 games over with 15 teams or 11 teams. And basically those people would just hold up their phone and record the sideline the entire time. And he would do all of the basically scouting to get all the signals, all of everything dialed in. Like you saw that play with Ohio State where they looked at the sideline, then everybody, the entire sideline knows like, hey, a pass is coming.
They're pointing up.
Yeah, they're like pointing up.
But what's different from them going to a game, watching the calls, than doing it on the film? It's still the same thing.
Still the
The
same
eye in the
thing.
sky doesn't change.
Hang
And
on.
you can see that on regular film too.
Yeah.
I'm with
So-
you.
And so as this is like unfolded, like now there's conspiracy, there's some theories coming out there that this dude is so dialed in, like this manifesto is so dialed in that say they potentially lost to Ohio State last year.
Mhm.
They'd be a one-loss Michigan team on the outside looking in, along with Clemson, along with Tennessee, and other teams that could potentially get into the college football playoff. This thing could potentially, this is allegations.
This is all
just
allegedly.
fact. Yeah,
You're having fun right now.
Yeah, I'm having fun right now. But allegedly, Michigan then gets in touch with South Carolina. South Carolina, this happens the weeks of Tennessee, and then the next week Clemson.
Yeah.
South Carolina the week before puts up 6 points on a 4-loss shitty Florida team. The next week they hang 60 plus on Tennessee. Then they go and beat Clemson, who they hadn't beaten I don't know how long.
How long was
it?
Oh, that's
Once
it.
in 4 years, but I
Just
think
4
like
years?
the 10-year. Anyway, they beat Clemson to make sure that they can't get in. And I'm not playing. This isn't. There are pokes of fun that I could have that I would enjoy having with JP too. But I am just like leaning into all of these theories. Like that is insane, and just big brain competitive awareness going on at the same time. Because you got to respect the lengths that this Connor cat has been willing to
Allegedly.
go allegedly for Michigan. If all of this stuff is true, that is bad news for Michigan. You just saw Michigan pulled their offer to make Harbaugh the highest paid coach in college football. They pulled it. He does not have that on the table right now. They're also saying that the NFL, there's some stuff going on, or conversations going on, saying that the NFL isn't going to be his safe haven for after the season. Like they might get involved. So just knowing that all these legal aspects are kind of moving right now.
Wait, the NFL might get involved. How would the NFL get involved?
Not get
in a
involved,
different
but be
affair that
like,
has nothing to do with
Jim
football?
can't leave, just leave Michigan and bounce after a scandal goes down like that. Like cats, because Harbaugh, if you're Harbaugh, Harbaugh, in my opinion, just had absolutely zero clue about this whole thing. Harbaugh, in my opinion, this all comes out, right? You're bouncing going to the NFL. You ain't got time to Michigan could be looking at something as severe as the death penalty.
No.
There's no fucking way.
No way.
Or
No
this,
way.
or this,
No
or
way.
something similar to Ohio State where they were not allowed to play in the postseason as early as this year. Like that's
No.
how much they can fast track this.
That won't happen.
Man, I feel like they got
But
something against Harbaugh.
that's what's up in the air right now. So if you're Harbaugh and those things go down, like you ain't got time for that. You're gonna go to the big league.
Right, and so you're saying that Harbaugh has said they've put something
Who
in place where
wrote it?
Harbaugh can't bounce. Like, hey, we're gonna
No, they
we're
haven't
gonna
put
pull
nothing in
the
place.
contract.
I'm saying the conversation thing I think is real right now. Like they pulled his contract to make him the highest paid coach in college football. But the things with the NFL, those are just conversations right now. Like the NFL could step in and be like, oh, this isn't going to be Harbaugh's plan B if all this goes down. Because if that happens, like that's a very bad look.
Yeah, but
I mean, that
the
just
NFL
sound like a-
wouldn't do that. Why they would have zero reason to go do that. Pete Carroll essentially did the same exact thing, or they're paying players just like the SEC does every single year for as long as time. But the Pac-12 and the Big Ten starts to do it, and all of a sudden it becomes an issue.
That's fair. That's
But
fair.
Pete Carroll bounced to Seattle in 2010.
What?
I mean,
Yeah.
You don't think that
Yeah.
that could be like since Pete Carroll got to do it? You don't think Jim Harbaugh could get to do it?
Man,
literally all the allegations and all this stuff were coming out about Pete Carroll, and Pete Carroll goes, "Okay, I'm going to go to Seattle." And that's
That's true. Yeah, that happened.
But I will say this: I think this is all going to come out as a big witch hunt.
Yeah.
I don't think this is going to be
I do
a big
too.
deal.
Uh,
You
this
can't buy
thing
tickets
a
to a
witch
game. You can't use the Game Time app and go get tickets for a game. That makes zero sense.
It's
And-
not the. It's not
And
the.
if you're gonna scout Tennessee and Clemson, and then you're not gonna scout TCU. They literally, an article came out. They scouted Clemson and Tennessee, but they didn't scout TCU, who was number 2 in the
another
country at the
article.
time.
Yeah.
Another article came out that TCU knew that they did that, and they had some dummy stuff in there, so that way they could get them off
I
the
feel
path.
like college. You
That
see
is the
about
most
10 dudes
wild
throwing up
thing
signs.
ever.
That's
Yeah.
real.
Like everyone's just working together. Meanwhile, all these out of Big Ten conference guys are like, yeah, we had a thought. We thought CJ Stroud not being a Big Ten guy. He's like, yeah, we thought maybe. CJ Stroud just feels bad. You could hear the saltiness last week on the podcast saying that's one of his biggest regrets is not beating Michigan. Like, of course he's going to say whatever he's going to have to do, but
CBS
all of a
Sports,
sudden,
TCU
all of a
reportedly
sudden,
had
the
warning.
SEC, oh, we knew about it. The Big 12, oh, we knew about it. That's a witch hunt, dude.
What do you mean the
That's
SEC,
a
the
witch
Big
hunt.
12? These are just certain coaches.
Yeah, they're
that got
saying
the-
we knew about it, but you look at all the coaches in the Big Ten. Matt Rule literally goes, I don't know anything, which you should probably unpack that in a little bit. I don't know anything. That's a good ball club. The Minnesota coach doubled down after we spanked Minnesota and said, that's the best football team top to bottom in the entire country. And because they were playing Michigan State and they go, you got to throw that film out the window because no one's Michigan right now. Nobody's Michigan.
No question.
Yes.
No question.
No one's Michigan. They're the best team in all of college football.
Yeah.
Then in the beginning of the year, my boys in the back, the media, everyone's saying Michigan's got the easiest schedule. They shouldn't be ranked number 2. They shouldn't blah, blah, blah. They're not as good as everyone says they are. Now we're 7-0 and we're covering spreads ever since Jim Harbaugh came back. And now there's a whole bunch of problems. Now everybody wants to say there's a thing. Oh, he's been scouting. He's not that good.
Yeah.
Dog, he did this. He crushed at Stanford. He crushed at the Niners.
The Niners.
At the Niners.
He do this.
You played with him.
I know.
So I got a question for you. Does knowing Harbaugh, knowing the guy he is, coming in the locker room, throwing and dipping with the boys, talking to the squad, is he the type of cat that would go and do this?
Nah, I just don't see that happening. I really don't see him doing anything like that. I get it. I love the guy, but be honest with you, he's not that kind of coach. He got the team. If he know he got a good team, he know he can beat you straight out. I feel like he's so paranoid. He the one like doing all the
fake
dummy calls and all of that stuff because he always felt like people was watching us. We used to go outside of the towns to practice
because
before
the
we played the game.
competitive edge that every coach looks for is alive and well across the board. But like you're going to these lengths, like you ultimately you get caught cheating, right? You just get caught cheating. Like everybody speeds, not everybody goes 200 miles an hour.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? Like
I understand the reference you're saying.
But I don't get he cheat. I get what you, that.
Okay, so teams were because most of this is Big Ten scheduling, right? But
Yes.
Big Ten teams.
Yes.
Let's look at how they've played when they face the team when they get into the playoffs. TCU lost. Georgia lost. They don't beat them. Let's look at the year where they have 0 fans in the stands. COVID. They go 2-4. Like now that they have this cat doing the whole manifesto thing and people are allowed to be in stands. Like yes, their record. Like all of this stuff isn't just like throwing darts at the wall and
Pretty
hoping
sure this
something
cat's
sticks.
look up what's the guy's name? Stallions. I'm pretty sure he's been a part of the University of Michigan since 2018.
Before Jim was there.
No, right when Jim first got there, but all the COVID stuff he's talking about when they weren't playing well, all of a sudden,
Right when they weren't
this
playing
dude
well
just seemed
but
crazy.
they didn't have the players because they didn't because
But
they were
you also don't have
they
the
had-
guys to go
they
buy a
had
ticket
Bra-
to the
they-
seats
They
because
had
there's nobody
Brady
around
Hoke's
the
recruits.
stadium.
They had Brady Hoke's recruits. Now he's got guys in. He's got 4 or 5-star guys, and he can develop players. Look at Delanie, core 4 special teams guy.
You're talking about
Everyone
developing
counted him
NFL
out.
players?
Look at you.
Yeah, this ain't
You
development.
had
This
to
is
get
God-given. This is God-given. What you mean?
Exactly why you had to be developed. That shit
Yeah,
was
by Bo
God-given.
Pelini at college.
Dog, you had to be developed. You had to be there were
In the
some cats
NFL?
go in there. Yes. You say you can't develop players in the NFL?
Dog,
No,
look
you
at
can't.
You
look
can't
at
develop
They
guys
taught
in
me
the
how to
NFL.
play
I
tight
became
end.
a better football player the longer I was in the NFL.
Taylor. So
I developed
Yeah.
more.
shout
As long
out
as I learn
the
how to
NFL
play
strength and
tight
conditioning
end.
programs. Then, like that's ultimately that's development. That's the offseason. Everybody leaves in the offseason to go develop
Right.
themselves.
But
They're outside the team.
See, you're
Meaning the
talking about
game,
different coaches. You're talking about a strength and conditioning coach. I'm talking about coaches developing players on the field. When you came from Nebraska, listen, this is not a shot. You were undrafted, and you were able, through the development you had and the work ethic, to get better and stay in the league for, people are saying 8 years, people are saying 11 years. We really don't know, but we know it was longer than the average of 2 years because you had to go through a development stage.
Yeah, I get it.
I came in the league. I was a first-round draft pick. My first year, I was better my second year than I was my first. I was better my third year than I was in my second. So what are we talking about? That's development. That's learning new techniques. That's being coached a certain way. Harbaugh does a phenomenal job of developing these children coming out of high school, going to college. That's why they're winning these games. That's why they're covering all of these games. You want to be upset because we put 45 up on Nebraska. I get it. I get it.
I know you feel like this is a personal attack.
It's not a personal attack. I get it. You're being a bad friend, and we can unpack that every single week because things need to get figured out. But I'm talking about the University of Michigan developing players, and you go to a coaching staff. You're right. The strength staff. Strength staffs in the NFL are not as good as in college. Right or wrong?
Different. Yeah,
there's a reason why everybody leaves. And coaches in the NFL, strength coaches, they want to keep their guys healthy, so they put them on basic programs.
Yep.
To check boxes.
Yep.
Then you can go in the offseason, you can go to your XSs, you can go to your IMGs, you can go to your strength coach you had at Nebraska that was a great developer as well.
That'll push you.
And yeah, they'll push you to get the things done you want to get done.
Yep.
But to say we're sitting here and not winning games, Michigan might set a record this year, truly, if all the juniors leave it should, of the most players drafted by a school in NFL history.
Yeah, that probably happened.
18. Look it up. 18. In one draft. In one draft.
Yeah.
18 guys are going to be drafted in the NFL if all of them choose to leave. And you're going to say, oh, the only reason why we're putting points up like that is because we're looking at signs?
People aren't saying that. People aren't saying that Harbaugh isn't a good coach, that he can't develop people, that I when we went and visited and you got to meet the strength staff and see what these kids get, right? Yeah, no one's saying that they can't do those things. You can do those at a high level, still be successful. It's the competitive edge of going these lengths of this cheating scandal that's being looked at. No one's saying like, if that's true, then everything else is false. Like, he is a great coach. He is a great developer. All of those guys at Michigan are like, that's why those kids, they want to go there. You're still getting recruits. You're still getting developed. Like, yes, they are a product that you do not want to face on Saturdays right now. But it's all of these things that are coming out on how far that they've went to ultimately cheat, to do things that are against the rules and the legal aspect of college football. That's what's being looked at. And so that way they can be punished as soon as this year is just, though. That's what the conversation.
Who paying for those tickets coming up? Though?
What? It sounds like Stallions paid for the tickets.
Well, shit, why are they not worried about this dude? Stallions.
So the day it came out. So the day it came out, Delanie.
Before we get into that, dude, if you really want to get an edge on things, the things you need to look at, if you want to hydrate and put your body in the best position possible, you need to go to Body Armor, dude. Bussin with the Boys is brought to you by Body. They should drink Body Armor because it's the best H2O out there, and that is not cheating from what I'm told. From sports drink, to sports water, Body Armor keeps you hydrated all day long, whether we're talking or watching or even playing sports. Body Armor is our go-to choice. Real hydration, real ingredients, packed with electrolytes, vitamins, and nothing artifactual. Body Armor has great tasting flavors like strawberry banana and blue raspberry. The best athletes in the world hydrate with Body Armor, like Ronald Acuna Jr., Delanie Walker, Christian McCaffrey, Alex Morgan, Taylor One, and Will Compton. And the latest athlete to join the team is Joe Burrow. Body Armor is available in stores nationwide. Head over to a Body Armor store on Amazon and get yours today. You can get that. If you guys are in high school right now, you're in middle school, and you want to start hydrating like the future national champions in college football, University of Michigan, I would suggest getting the Body Armor. Let's get back to the show.
So to answer that question, the Connor Stallions, like, why? So the day it all came out, Connor Stallions deletes all of his social media, forgets to delete one app. What app was it? Venmo. And it shows it shows all the transactions and what he wrote on the item line and stuff like that. All I'm saying is there is a lot of smoke at Michigan, and it just doesn't look pretty. And it sucks. Listen, I enjoy having fun about it. Is Nebraska 4-1 in their last 5, facing only a Michigan team? Yes, but all I'm saying is there's a lot of smoke around Michigan right now.
A lot of smoke,
and it could be bad.
Mirrors, actually, is what it is.
They're just trying to distract them. You know, when you put smoke, it's like, let's try to distract them. They don't want them to be the best team in the NFL. I mean, in the college football.
Why don't they?
Now. Because of Harbaugh. I feel like
one of the most
like Harbaugh.
Because the SEC is finally being threatened for the first time in a while. ACC's jumping on it as well. Like, there's Putin. Putin hacks me. He hacks me on Twitter the same week all this stuff starts to come out. You think that's it? People are against the University of Michigan because they are America's team right now.
Yeah.
Russia and the NCAA are out to get Michigan right now. What do you guys think about the theory coming out with, South Carolina getting in bed with Michigan a little bit to take down a very good Tennessee Volunteers team last year and also move on to beat Clemson?
Well,
because they were wearing wristbands for the very first time They hadn't worn wristbands.
Their entire defense.
Their entire defense is wearing wristbands the last 2 games of the season when they beat Florida and Clemson. I'm telling you, this is a fun theory to roll with.
Go ahead, Jack.
It
Go
does
ahead.
not look
It's just a
suspect.
Go
theory.
ahead.
It's
Well,
just a theory.
It's
I
just
mean,
theory. Jack, go ahead. What do you have?
That's the theory. I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, there's no room for cheating in football, no matter what level it is, if it's a small sign stealing or if it's whatever. So it's really like an integrity part of the game. You just hate to see people taking advantage of such a pure thing such as football, especially from what people call the Michigan men. You know, you guys stand on this ivory tower of class, and you just
And the ivory tower.
hate to see it. The Venmos don't lie. Why would he be sending a GA Venmo on December 30th, the day before y'all, or this, where was he at? Yeah, Ohio State, Georgia. Which doesn't make sense. Again, I'm just here as a humble wizard. You know, the
If
orb
you're
tells all.
gonna scout a team that you know you're gonna play like Georgia, why are you waiting to the second to last game versus a team that is built completely different than you are? Doesn't make a whole lot of
What do you
sense.
mean second to last game?
Say the second to last game. This is a payment, allegedly a payment for this game right here, Ohio
Right.
State, Georgia. Which is if Michigan would have beat TCU because we couldn't scout them, we would have played Georgia. Why are you waiting to the last week of the season when you should have been watching them in September and October? If this is actually a real
They
thing,
probably were at the very end. Like that's just probably the one game. Like they're thinking they're going to
but
beat TCU.
they don't got they got the week before, but they don't got October of the Venmo.
I mean, the
Well,
GA
he might
could
be
be
in
getting
there.
ass. You know what I'm saying?
It might be in there. What?
They could be getting ass. You know what I mean? He was getting some ass. He
Yeah.
paid him.
And I was
know,
back to ass,
you know,
Delaney. Get back that ass.
You know what I'm saying? You don't
Yeah,
know
exactly.
you don't know what that
It's
is.
right before New Year's.
Yeah.
They got to go out.
Yeah.
Get some ass.
Get some ass.
Get his ass.
Get some ass.
Get
You
some
gotta
ass.
Get some ass.
To me, this doesn't add up. This is a big witch hunt. There's not enough proof to look over at signs and point in the air at an Ohio State game and say it's a pass. All you have to do is the same thing the Titans do. You look at tendencies when they're in certain formations with certain motions and look at that, dude. You're probably going to be right 80% of the time.
Hey, here's
I mean, look
another
at the other
Venmo, thread. He sure has a lot of people paying him for T-shirt orders.
T-shirt.
So I mean, I'd love to see his business
Merch.
that he's
Talking
running.
about side
We
business.
got a black
He's
hoodie.
got to
We
make it
sell
somewhere
merch
only
every
get
day.
55,000.
We sell merch every day.
So why is he
Green
getting a
t-shirt.
Scarlet T-shirt order? Is a Michigan man selling Scarlet gear? That
Was-
seems pretty
Ooh,
odd.
that's not good.
That- Well, you can't make it.
Third
You can't
country.
make a certain colored T-shirt. I'm
I
a
mean,
Mi-
your biggest rivalry
Michigan-
ever.
I'm a Michigan man, and what do we sell? Do we sell Ohio State stuff here? Yeah, we have.
I would have it if we had it.
We
We
did.
did.
Yeah,
We got
we did.
It's not a
And
good
right-
look. Hey,
right
Mitch,
around,
don't do
right
that,
around the
Mitch.
college football playoffs.
Hey.
And hey, after Tennessee lost after being the first seed, what do we not sell Bengal stuff? What? Sometimes you just got to do business.
Yeah, in
Sometimes
the
you just got to
stadium.
do business.
It may say fuck
It's a
around and
business
find
move.
out.
It's a business move.
Willie.
It's a business move. Hey, listen, it is what it is, right? But if this man's going to sell a couple Scarlet T-shirts, we're going to hang him at the cross for that. Okay, all right. This guy's a Marine. All right, I didn't
He
believe
should
you.
be smarter
I didn't
than that.
believe
You
you,
said
but
that,
I
right?
know.
Hey, top
know.
of his class, right?
Top of
Marine.
his class. And you think a top of a class Marine, if he was cheating, is not going to delete Venmo?
You feel me?
You do nothing wrong.
A 600-page Michigan manifesto of how they're going to dominate the college football landscape over the next.
He's
50 years.
crazy,
you know, it's-
obviously. He's crazy.
That's
And think about this, Delaney. If you're the coach,
Manifesto, manifestation. That's what they're doing.
all it's going to take is
Look at
55
JJ
grand to keep
McCarthy.
you on
JJ
staff
McCarthy
doing what you're going to
meditates.
do.
He speaks things
Come
into
on.
existence. That's the Michigan way, dude.
Yeah, I don't-
you gotta
you know.
see
Where
it
there's
first.
smoke, there's
You gotta be on the field. You gotta see it first before you step on that gridiron.
Big smoke.
Hey, I can't wait till these clips come out and people are just watching y'all argue and Delaney in the mask, Taylor as Ash Ketchum, Will in the football. It's gonna be so
Yeah.
funny.
I'll tell you what,
South
dude.
Carolina didn't cheat.
South Carolina wouldn't cheat.
That my favorite thing about that whole thing is they're like, yeah, the defense was wearing wristbands. The defense gave up 38 points.
What are we talking about?
I know.
I mean, that was
What are we talking
they were
about?
the ball club.
And
Real
Will
tough.
has literally stood on the podium saying that it would help against the offense versus the defense. It would help them defeat the defense the most.
Right. I don't
You
know.
know it would.
I'm just saying, brother. A lot of holes. There's a lot of holes in this right now.
There's not a lot. I mean, yeah, it's not a fully painted picture yet,
For
but
us to
the
sit here,
foundation is painted right now. Like we have the outlines. It's now, now it's coloring between the lines.
it's a good movie. Right now, we're watching a good movie.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Yeah. We're watching a good movie, and that's all it's gonna be. Because they're not, dude. There's what 2 more months left of the season. 2 more months. They're gonna go over. They're gonna make a definite decision on all of this before we win the national championship.
Before y'all even play a ranked opponent, it'll be
chances,
crazy.
the chances of that are no, because the NCAA takes their sweet ass time on all this stuff. But they're saying it's big enough that the Big Ten conference, the Big Ten is stepping in to kind of like.
Yeah, the Big Ten
do their
can't do
own-
shit.
Why can't they?
They can't do nothing
Why not?
because they can't.
Oh,
Because they can't. We can't do nothing. They can't do nothing. What are you talking about? When we look at,
I hope you guys don't, because we want to see you guys in the Big Ten championship.
yeah, I guarantee that's not the case, brother.
We
I
are.
can't wait. I hope to God, I am praying that Nebraska makes it the Big Ten championship. So when we go and we hang 50 this time to 0, then where are the signs now? Where's the sign stealing now?
I'll figure it out. Don't you worry about that. I'll figure out how
Yeah.
they beat us. If y'all beat us. All I know is the way we're playing right now, protect the football, we're good.
Protect the football. You guys will be all right. You guys are. You guys got it in front of you.
We do
You got it in
control our
front
own
of you.
destiny. It's a good place to be in right now. We do control our own
You guys are
destiny.
you guys are 4-3, 4-2,
5-3.
5-3.
We're bowl eligible going into this. We're bowl
If you
eligible.
win-
We win
if
this
you win
weekend
this
against
week,
Michigan State.
That's the positivity we should be talking
No
about
question.
right now.
No question.
Not friends trying to break down other friends, even though that one friend has done so much for the one friend.
Taylor, I am not trying to break you down.
All right.
Like, I'm not trying to break you down.
That's
I'm
the
trying
beauty
to have
of-
some fun
Hey,
conversations.
that's the beauty of this
Talk about
podcast.
this Michigan
That is
stuff.
the
Let's
beauty
not
of
make
this
it
podcast.
personal, guys.
You know, we sat here 4 weeks ago after Michigan dumbing Nebraska, and Will goes, I cannot wait for Michigan's downfall. I am praying on Michigan's downfall. And now all of a sudden we
All
want to have a
this
fun
happens.
time? You want to talk about receipts? Like, I don't need a Venmo receipt to know that he's coming at me
Michigan,
personal.
sign, I need to
Yeah.
sign. Throw up the sign.
Yeah.
Run. Check the run.
You should look at your wrist. Run, check, run.
Let's talk about other college football stuff. Did you guys watch UNLV and Fresno? Our lock of the week on Bet the Bus.
I
It
didn't
was
see
locked. We
it.
did it. Dude, they were in the low red zone. Number 0. He's going to be my good, bad, the ugly. I forget his name. Number 0 runs a saucy little out, wide open. Quarterback puts it right on him. They would have literally tied the game and gone to overtime, but he drops the ball.
It.
UNLV ends up losing that game. Kid was crying on the sideline.
Of course.
But UNLV doesn't care about wins. What do they care about? Covering. That's it. And they did that for us on Bet the Bus this week.
What was the record? You would go 4
I
and
think
2
we
or
went
3 and
500.
3?
I don't think we went 300 or 3 and 3.
Games built for 50%, man.
Yeah, but if you look at Louis Locke's overall record, we're dominating. We're dominating right now.
The whole Bet the Bus. I mean,
we're 9 and 3.
the year we are
Yeah.
up. We're up in the green, heavy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Should we get into the good
Are
bad?
you going to be on that this week, or is it me still?
No, you lost. You went 500.
Oh, I lost. So you're back in.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay. Good luck next week. What other college football? Should we? I didn't watch the Nebraska Purdue game. What happened there?
we won 31-17.
He's put points on the board, huh?
Yeah. We
Mm.
still turned the ball over 4 times. Like, we are the worst turnover team in the country. That's fact. I think we are the worst turnover margin
But
team in the
Purdue
country.
is
How do you-
garbage.
And we're
though.
still
Garbage.
5 and 3, man.
Garbage.
Garbage.
I mean, yeah, bro, we were up 24-0, I think, and then they scored, and it got a little like, hey, boys, cut it out.
Y'all still starting your quarterback?
Uh,
The first
which,
one.
no, not Jeff.
black
No.
dude?
Okay.
No,
They
he's
put
out.
Jeff in. They put Jeff in.
They
He
did.
fumbles, and
No way.
they on 4th and 1. He runs like a quarterback run. He fumbles. They take it back to the house.
Are you serious?
I was like, oh no,
No
no.
way.
So I wanted him to kind of dice him up a little bit. I'm like, okay, Jeff gets his chance to come back in.
He got a fumble.
But yeah, they
problem,
play
though.
well, man. They play good. The defense is playing. The defense is playing well, bro.
Playing like black shirts. Have they earned their black shirts yet?
I think that they got them before the year started. Like they do more
Oh.
the tradition of like give them out at the end of training camp.
So they're not earned anymore.
Man, defense is getting. Oh, okay. Good
We
takeaway.
getting after it, man.
Good takeaway.
Hey,
Good
Nebraska's
Nebraska's
takeaway.
playing some ball.
What was
We
the
just-
turno-
we
what was the
have to
turnover
fucking
margin
take
in this
care of them.
game? What was the
I think
turnover margin?
-4.
Ooh.
No, because Nebraska just got one right there.
Another
You
one.
said you had 4 turnovers.
Maybe we were 2 then, -2. I think when I listened to Rule talk about it, I think he said, I guess he said -2 this game. Can you
Big
look up
boy.
the stats here? The turnovers that we had compared to them? But yeah, bro, I think on the year we're -8 or -9.
That's a bad
24
ball.
looking healthy.
know.
You're
now.
still going to be bowl eligible.
Right. Still 5 and 3. I mean, it's just nuts that
Who do y'all play this week?
Michigan State.
Oh, that's a dub.
Oh,
That's a dub.
We can't get too high.
I mean, yeah.
We can't start believing what I'm saying out there on the internet right now.
Yeah.
Gotta stay
You
consistent.
just got to put your head down.
Yeah.
I mean,
Once I released that video on the bench, I was like, I fucked up. I can't have us getting high. I can't have us riding high like this.
Don't Michigan State got issues too with they last coach?
Dude, they're garbage.
Michigan State is in
Yeah.
some fucking they're not a good team right now.
They're trying to sell the whole farm for Urban Meyer right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's no way Urban Meyer goes to Michigan State.
There's no way.
You get to East Lansing,
Yeah.
like a B class
Like Ohio
school.
State, that makes sense. You get to go into a pool of talent.
Yeah,
Michigan State is not that team.
I mean Urban Meyer's a scumbag. There's no question about it. But
He can coach the ball.
he can coach some ball.
He can
now.
brainwash some kids
Yeah.
and coach some ball.
Right. Yeah, there's no question.
And the students.
Like
No,
if Urban Meyer legit goes to Michigan State, the Big Ten should be a little nervous the next 3 years. What do you say?
He said, and the students.
Getting all of them out there.
How many turnovers? If you look up the
4 or 5 fumbles and 2 interceptions.
we threw
Man.
2 interceptions,
That
or did we get 2 interceptions? I don't think we
yes,
threw 2
that's
picks.
pretty my bad. Y'all had 2 interceptions.
Yeah, you got 2 interceptions.
I think we were -2 that game. Either way, we were bad. We legitimately. It's like, guys, we've got to take care of the fucking rock.
Yeah.
Harburg. But you see how many yards he had? Was it 100 and something?
So Taylor, the last
122 yards off 6 completions.
Yeah, he's throwing some bombs, which is good. He's taking,
He's throwing
he's winning on some
big
50-50
passes.
balls now.
You're like,
He
I
threw the
hope
ball
he catch
6
it.
times.
I hope
So
he
he's
catch it.
we can run the rock.
Well, he threw
If,
it 11 times. He think
yeah,
The
y'all
last
running.
2 weeks, this week against Purdue, we received the ball, fumble, they get the ball.
Right.
Last week, we're playing Northwestern, first play of the game. We throw a pick to Northwestern. Both times, I'm like, guys, I say it every week. We need to play defense first. I love those decisions by the guys, just giving them the ball to start the game.
Yeah.
Give them the ball both halves. We'll
This is
whoop
the
their
week.
ass.
This is the week.
Yeah. We need to put together, 4 quarters, 4 good quarters of complimentary football.
And Jeff Sims.
Went
He said he should
nuts.
not step on the field again, right?
Went nuts.
I
can't
don't want to
step on
put
the
that on
field
my
again.
man, dude. I don't want to put that on my man.
Yeah.
All I know is we got to
I'll
play
say-
good against Michigan State because Wisconsin
Wisconsin
now
lost.
Maryland now is bleeding. Maryland is not the team that we thought that they were going to be. Like they
Ohio
lost to
State
Ohio
broke
State.
their spirit.
Yeah, Ohio State broke their spirit. They've lost to Illinois. They've lost to Northwestern, right? And so Maryland is a very beatable team. Wisconsin makes me a little nervous, but their backup quarterback, he's not that good. Although they did cover in against Ohio State this weekend.
I know that kind of killed me.
Mhm.
Yeah, Ohio
They
State.
didn't.
Ohio State's not that good of a ball club. Because I feel like on Bet the Bus, I bet Ohio State because I feel like their eye is on the prize of going and playing Michigan.
Mhm.
It's very clear to me that they're happy with just beating Penn State this year. They're not the ball club they claim to be right now. Because Penn State, I thought they were having a little struggles too, weren't they?
Penn State didn't look that tough against
Yeah.
who were they? Indiana.
Yep.
Yeah, because it was tight for a minute, right?
Yeah, they were
It
not.
was tight the whole game. Indiana.
Yeah, it's not a good team.
Oh, it's not a good team. Really, we just need Michigan to.
USC's
keep
a bunch
winning.
of frauds. They were in my bad. And then also the Gamecocks, man.
Didn't Kansas just beat somebody too, though?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
I
Number
would
7 in the
say-
country.
Yeah.
I know you're a fan, so you're like, oh, you don't understand the Gamecock fandom. But going into this year, I would say this is a below expectation
Yes.
type year.
Yeah, I mean, y'all don't keep up with Carolina football. So, like, you don't know what happened in the offseason. You don't know what happened first week. We're out 4 starting offensive linemen. 3 guys transferred. One is Oregon's best defensive end. The other is Florida State's arguably their best weapon. And the other one is USC's starting running back.
So they left in the portal.
Hey, listen,
they pretty
I
much
feel-
left in the portal.
They left in the portal.
Nebraska's
that's-
down their 2 top running backs to the year, 2 of their best offensive linemen, and their top 2 receivers. And we have a receiver room that is just, it's us.
Right. And our opponent's
White-
records
White-
that we've lost to is like 35-7.
Oh, you funny.
I mean, we're playing tough opponents.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
That's the next stage of our, like, listen, we've evolved. We've evolved to look who you guys are playing. Listen, say what you want about that. I don't give a shit. We've been fighting to be a team that's like, oh, look who you guys are playing. We were those teams of look who you guys are playing in many years past. Now we're winning games. And again, people are going to come at the top dog every week, week in
Just
and
like they're
week
coming
out.
at Michigan right now. Perfect
I don't
example.
know if anybody is coming at Nebraska.
5 and
You
2.
are. What you mean?
Who?
You
How?
just came at our record, our opponent's record.
Because you're trying to play this comparison game.
All I'm saying is we're down guys too. Everybody's hurt this time of year. Everybody's losing
Not
guys.
Michigan.
Nobody's 100%.
Not Michigan.
We have
know
way
what I'm
more
saying?
significant injuries.
They're all
Just
healthy.
in football.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
in
yeah.
general. It's like
We got dings. Well, we don't got guys sidelined right now.
Central Missouri healthy, baby. You know.
Yeah. Hey, you went back for
The
homecoming,
Mule,
right?
man, going back, baby.
How was that this weekend?
No, I'm going back
Oh, I thought it
coming
was
up
this
November
weekend.
4th is the game. So
November
shout
4th.
out
Oh.
to my mules, my jennies. If y'all don't know what a jenny is, that's a female mule.
Sorry, no disrespect.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's a
you're right.
female mule. Did y'all know that? No, yeah. So shout out to them too. You feel me?
How's their record right now? They were
Yo,
7-1
walking around
last
talking about
year.
where them Jennies
They
at.
only lost one game so far. So you know what I'm saying? We
I
holding
love
it down.
that, dude.
I'll bring the
love that.
championship ring next time.
Yeah, South Carolina. I would say. I mean, you say we don't follow South Carolina. We were literally there during the spring, and we talked to we talked to Spencer Rattler and Juice.
And
Their
Coach
number one
Beamer.
wide receiver.
And to your
And
point,
Coach Beamer. Like
Juice is hurt.
yeah,
Mm.
Juice is
I know,
Juice is hurt.
that's a tough loss.
That's
Yeah,
tough.
that's-
But-
that
and you guys, I think,
you-
lost your next top receiver over the weekend.
Yeah, who was leading the country in receiving.
But I feel you. I do feel you. But like, there's a part of me that roots for the Gamecocks. Like I just keep up because I'm like, man, I hope they win this weekend. Like I hope
You
Beamer
keep
does
up
well.
with the box score though. So when you look at the box score, it's tough. But when you know the inside of the program, it hurts even more.
I saw your receiver go down, and I had to flip the channel. Like, oh, here we go again.
Right?
Is Beamer correct? Is his job in jeopardy?
No.
That's good.
No reason.
I like him
a lot.
Yeah.
but it does have to just suck. Who'd y'all play over the weekend again?
A&M.
A&M.
Yeah.
Ah, dude, that's tough, man. That's a tough deal. Tennessee though, Kentucky covers.
Buddy.
Good for them. How we feel about them?
You know, we've had some tough losses this year, so not really sure there's any promise in a deep run. They're saying we're projected to be back at the Music City Bowl, potentially playing Rutgers, which is a crazy game because Schiano,
Y'all be fighting.
Schiano's coach, Rutgers coach Greg Schiano, Ohio
I know.
State, previous guy, back in 2017, he was gonna be the new coach of the Vols. And the entire Vols fan base basically went on strike and on Twitter was like, we refuse to accept him as our coach because there's weird like children allegations and shit.
Wait,
Oh.
what?
Mm.
Yeah. It was very much the Vols kind of playing into, rumors. And then
Seems like it happens a lot
It's
lately.
like, I am one of them.
we did not hire him. And then we went on to hire possibly the worst coaching hire in Vols history, Jeremy Pruitt. But now we got the hype train. So it was fun. We have won 36 out of 39 of the last Kentucky games. So we own Kentucky. But that we knew that. So it was fun. It was just good to see two Tennessee football teams win in the same weekend. Yeah, depression is a myth when your football team wins.
Hey, JP, you're saying that
Complete 180 from last week,
the
Jack.
projection right now?
It sounds like if Rutgers is a projection for y'all, if Nebraska does win out or get maybe even, probably win
I
out,
think
they
you'd
could
have
be
to
that
slip
team.
up a little bit, right?
Mhm.
But I mean, what's Rutgers' record? They've lost one game.
So to me, I think if let's just say we win out and we're doing our thing or whatever, they lose in the Big Ten championship, like we would still be like a prime fan base team that a bowl game grabs to go on.
That's
So
a Jan 1. That's a Jan 1 bowl game team right
yeah,
there.
like I don't know if Rutgers, I don't know if their projection right now, I don't know what their record is. I'm saying that they could be a little lower. Like if Nebraska did slip up, like could be a game.
It'd be epic in Nashville.
That would be epic.
That'd be sick.
If y'all need a, were you about to ask a
Because it
question?
is Big Ten, SEC, in
Right.
Nashville.
Mhm.
And that'll be perfect for the argument that's been going on the last couple of weeks.
Tennessee versus Nebraska.
Yeah.
Have we been arguing?
Big
I'm
Ten
talking about
versus SEC.
Big Ten's more competitive than the E SEC.
Yeah. Yeah. Good luck stopping this run game.
mean-
son.
Dude, do you guys watch Oklahoma and
I
Kansas?
watched parts of it. Whenever G came in the chat and mentioned Kansas, I was like, "Oh shit, it's a tough. That's
Dude,
not good, man."
Oklahoma after the game against Texas. I was like, yo, Oklahoma is so real. But I popped that game on for a little bit, and I literally thought, why do they look so damn slow?
Mhm.
They were moving like molasses right there.
Jayhawks got to get a taste of that Tennessee Volunteer celebration. Take down the goalpost, take it to a
Yeah.
river or lake nearby.
Mm-hmm.
They snatched that down.
Kansas
Boy.
took it to a town dump, dude. Just throw that thing in there.
Yeah.
I don't think there are any lakes out there.
Where in Kansas?
Yeah. That is wild, bro. Sooners dead.
Should we go good, bad, ugly?
Good, bad, ugly, or NFL. Which one do you want to do?
We could throw our NFL in the good, bad, ugly.
All right, let's do.
Because I do feel like I've alluded to all my good, bad,
Yeah,
uglies
same.
in college. We could hit a little ad read.
Let's hit the good. Let's hit the good after that. Good vibes. High energy so far on this podcast.
The number one thing I have on my good list is Duke Cannon, the trophy game scent created with support from Bussin. The Bussin with the boys team, available in thick body wash and a big ass brick of soap. The idea was hatched at the Bussin Bowl.
Bussin Bowl.
Yeah, Duke Cannon team. They got their cameras out. They filmed some things. They wanted to make a scent that embodied a Nebraska, Michigan trophy game. And now it is the representation of trophy games across the college football landscape. Taylor, do you want to talk about that thick, high viscosity body wash?
Yeah, dude, that thick, high viscosity body wash. Thick is formulated with a noticeably higher viscosity and built to work effectively on your body, not spew down your shower drain. There's that thing, dude, and you got the big ass brick of soap. That's 3 times bigger than your regular piece of soap. You put it in the little loofah that comes with it, squeegee on the body, dude. You're gonna smell like collegiate bragging rights. You're gonna smell like you just came off of a massive victory, covering the spread, doing all things, being the best team in college football, dude. You can find Duke Cannon scent at dukecannon.com/trophy game, and it is now available in your closest Walmart. That is correct, dude. If you want to go for a little drive, and you were with us a couple weeks ago, and you can run all the red lights, you can go over to Walmart, no problem. Get it and go right back home smelling fantastic. Your lady's going to love it.
What
The good.
Start us off. Kick us off with
All
the
right.
good.
So my good this week, Spooktober kids party. We went out to a farm at the Aikens house, and every year we've done for like the last 4 years, and it was a phenomenal time. Kids were ripping around, getting on big time sugar highs, having an absolute fun time. That was awesome. It's been a busy October. Been a lot of adversity in this October for the Lewan family. So literally Saturday morning, Taylor's like, holy shit, I forgot to invite the Comptons. Shoots a text out to the Comptons. Them keeping their head on a swivel, end up coming to the party. It was a great time. Will Levis, 4 touchdowns in his debut. I think 133 QBR, quarterback rating, whatever it is. One of 5 guys in the modern football area. The last guy to do it. Do we know who that was? Marcus Mariota.
Yep,
We're gonna keep building, baby. We're gonna keep building on that. My kids came up to me and actually pulled me aside. My oldest daughter pulled me aside and said, "Daddy, I want you to know something. You tell me you love me every single day. I know you love me. Can you please stop saying it so much?" That is to me a good. To me a good, because my kid knows that their daddy loves them very much. But we'll get to some ugly in a little bit. More good. Being the friend I am proud and happy that Nebraska is controlling their own destiny and becoming more and more real and truly going to make a bowl game for the first time since 2015. I think that is absolutely massive. Got to give a shout out to Chet Savage and Theodore Mule Jenkins being 7-4 on slips and picks right before Monday Night Football. And more reports coming out on Michigan proving they have done nothing wrong. And people are just being salty, trying to punch up. Exactly what Will said in the last segment, talking about trying to take dudes off at the top, talking about Nebraska. Same thing goes for Michigan. That is my good.
Let's dive in on the Will Levis, because I have him in my good as well. And shout out Will Levis,
too.
the video he did, I don't know how long ago,
Oh, like that
where
little
he's doing
TikTok
that
he
little
posted?
TikTok river dance type thing
That
that
thing
he's
was
doing.
nice. He had focus on his
He was
face.
definitely in
Yeah.
college,
Yeah.
senior year.
100%
Yeah.
in college.
But dude, let's dive in on Will Levis and the Tennessee Titans, bro.
Wow.
Dude, it's got to, and I know fans have got to feel so just like optimistic about the rest of the year. Like going into last week, it's thinking, how do you trade, some of your best guys? How do you ultimately get and survive until the end of the year before we kill ourselves due to stress every week by what are we going to do about the Tennessee Titans? Will Levis comes in, throws 4 touchdowns.
Mhm.
And you just kind of see, I saw Jack's video talking about, I hasn't felt this way in a long time, which I think is hilarious. 'Cause
Yeah.
they've been playing well the last few years.
Once a year, Jack has
Yeah.
a video like
But
that.
it's like that juice, that energy just that gets ignited into the city. And I feel like everybody is so fired up that it seems like Tennessee Titans hit on Will Levis in a way that I don't even think that they anticipated.
Yes, and there is you have to throw a little caution at this, because that's what Titans fans and certainly the Titans franchise has done. Go up, ride high with the highs, and ride the lows with the lows. If this man is able to do this again in a short week, then we can all start getting really, really excited about Will Levis. But if that is the case, all these pieces that we've been saying that the Titans are missing, doesn't seem as bad anymore because you literally have your quarterback for the future.
Yeah.
If you're able to have your quarterback for the future, now we're looking at a position if Rand and Vrabel are like, this might be our guy, we have to ride with him for the rest of the year, which I think they should do regardless.
I think that's gonna happen.
You're looking at a possibility of a Ryan Tannehill to the Minnesota Vikings, I think.
That's what I was also going to ask you guys. Do you just roll now? Is it
gotta
Will
roll.
Levis time for the rest of the
Oh,
year?
we
You
roll
got
with
to.
Will. We got to get him ready for
Yes.
next year. This is a rebuild. We all see that. You get rid of Kevin Byard, get a couple of draft picks. Who's next? We got one more day for the deadline. Somebody's getting chopped and going somewhere else because we need more picks because now they see the future and Will. We can build around this. Let's get more receivers to help them out. We got Spears back there. Let's get some more linemen to make this team stronger in the pass game because we know we can run it, but now can we pass it? Can we protect this guy longer and make sure we have a future with him? So
If you guys are playing armchair GM, are you trying to trade Tannehill and Derek?
do we need to trade Tannehill or do
You
we?
don't need to,
We
but if
don't
we're-
need to.
if you're talking about draft capital that you were just saying, and you know you're gonna go with Will Levis for the rest of the year, and literally as the football gods would have it, I'm heartbroken for Kirk Cousins. Looks like he has an Achilles.
I know.
Yeah.
I thought about you
Achilles.
when that
If you're looking at the
happened, bruh.
comparison, everyone like Tennessee Titan fans are like, we should trade for Kirk Cousins a couple weeks ago, and everyone's like, we already got a Kirk Cousins. If you're saying Tannehill and Kirk Cousins are the same, and Tannehill has a high ankle sprain, and you can deal with that for a couple of weeks, maybe making a run in Minnesota, it's worth looking at Tannehill for a 6th, even a 7th round draft pick.
I don't think it happens. He's hurt.
I don't think
You
it does
put
either,
some
but if
film.
you're able to get anything for Tannehill, knowing you're going to go with Will, that's got to be the move.
But then what happens if Will goes down?
Right. That's the only thing you got to think
I
about.
don't think they trust Malik
Because
at the
the
moment.
Vikings,
Well-
so.
if you're the Vikings, like the Vikings have, what are they in their last? What's their record?
Oh,
Now?
like-
4-4. I think they're 4-1 in their last 5. Right? Yeah, they're 4-1 in their last 5. Like
They're
this,
very much in the hunt.
yes, they're
I mean-
like they're like a team that's coming alive, and I was gutted
Dog, I know.
when I saw that slow mo, and you kind of see that
yeah,
They
his
kind of
Achilles
cramp that
just
ripple
like,
effect of the
yeah,
possible Achilles.
roll up. Yeah, and I do think that they're saying that it is a torn Achilles. The MRI is just going to confirm it. But man, I was so bummed because Kirk was like, bro, going into that game, he was second in yards, first in touchdowns. Like he's proving that he can deal not without Justin, like he doesn't need Justin, but that was a big question mark on Kirk. Like he was putting up good numbers. He has been forever, right? Everybody's like, well, he's got the best receiver in the game, yada, yada, yada. Like he was putting up, if the Vikings kept going and trending with wins and being a team in the North, like he could have been looked at as like the MVP. So I am like, I hated seeing that, bro, because he's been a beast. He's going into free agency now off of a torn Achilles.
What do you think
So-
happens with him?
With Kirk,
I think he's a free
gonna
agent.
be all right.
he'll be fine. But if you're the Vikings, knowing that this is all trending well, and Kirk went down like that, and you're going to lose him for the year, that is why you would almost pick up the phone and talk about it, Danny, because you
Oh,
can
yeah,
still
I
win now.
can
Like
see
this is a
that.
team who can still win now.
with that scenario, that makes perfect sense. That's a great scenario. You trade Tannehill to the Vikings, and he probably want that because after what he seen Will did, he kind of we all know.
And,
Everyone
yeah.
knows when you sitting there and you see the guy that's behind you go nuts. You like,
Go nuts.
Hey, it's
And it's still yet to be seen. He's going to be able to do that over and over again. Like
true.
you will have to see it. But if you are going to go with Will Levis, let's say we're sitting here and we are the coaching staff and the GM saying Will Levis is going to be the guy for the rest of the year. The fear of him being hurt is one thing, but Tannehill's not going to be on the team next year.
Yeah.
He's not going to be on the team next year. So if you're able to get any draft capital at all, that's worth sending off.
Because if Will goes down, then you're back to like, all right, well, we gave this a run.
Yeah.
We know what we're gonna get with the offense if Will Levis goes down.
Yeah.
It's more of like, let's get draft picks because we know Tannehill's not gonna be here.
Yeah.
With Levis, it's like if he goes down, it is, you still have optimism. You're like, this is not going to be the year for the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah.
This is not going to be that year where it's like, we're going to do it. We're going to make a run, blah, blah, blah. Like they could potentially, if
They
he
could
keeps
be
playing this
competitive
well,
for a wild
they could
card
be
spot.
competitive. But if he does go down, as a Titans fan, you're sad for the 2023 season, but you're so optimistic for 2024.
Or true.
And so you have Malik going there, which we need to talk to the fans a little bit about those boos. That's wild. That's
booed him?
disrespectful. You shouldn't do that.
Yeah, they booed him.
booed
There's
him.
a bad snap. The
High
initial
snap.
reaction is like, oh, Malik came in and he fumbled right away, but it was a
Right.
bad snap.
See, they-
It was
I
the
was-
first drive,
the
right?
entire stadium or not the entire stadium, but a lot of fans are just out there booing it.
I ain't gonna lie, I was walking through the stadium, it was Legends Week, so I was moving from, I didn't even hear the boos. Somebody told me like, oh, you so proud about them booing Malik, and I'm like, bro, I never even heard them boo
Right.
Malik, so I don't even know what you're
Yeah,
talking
Hopkins,
about. Like,
Hopkins, and I think Simmons and even Derek commented on it and was like, "Yo, you can't have that." What's that?
yeah, I didn't.
Levis talked about, which is big too. But with Levis, it's like if he shows that and he goes and, let's say it's half as good the next week, like you got to feel on Thursday Night Football.
Quick turnaround.
Yes, dude. And the thing about Will, it wasn't the touchdowns that was like, oh my God, to me. It was his presence in the huddle.
Yeah.
Him sitting there, it looked like he was controlling everything. Him walking up, knowing who the mic is immediately.
Yeah.
Could be making wrong checks, but you see safeties, rolling over. One safety goes back to the middle, the other safety comes down. He had the wherewithal to check it, move the boys, put them in different positions. They're gonna have a whole lot of coaching for him on other ways, but he made minimal mistakes and looked overly confident in a good way with that team, to where it's like, this dude looks like a dude. The only thing he really had was there was a check down to Chig late in the game. I think it was like late in the third quarter that could have been picked off by the linebacker, but it was kind of a duck. He looked like he was throwing it away a little bit, but just didn't throw it away good enough.
Y'all may think I'm crazy if I say this, but what about Hill from the Saints? You don't think he can be a quarterback we should bring to the Titans and give him an opportunity to be a starting quarterback? The dude is unbelievable at everything he does.
You talking about Taysom Hill?
Yes.
You talking about the Mormon
He's a
Missile.
Football player, bro.
A football player. Imagine,
JP.
imagine giving him.
Is he like a top 5 football player of all time in NFL
I would
history?
say the
that's
dude
a
can
good
play
question.
tight end.
My roommate was bringing that up.
Running back, quarterback, punt return. he even going to
squats close to
tackle you.
700 pounds in
Yeah.
season.
And hey, speaking of being strong, dude, Will Levis on that 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, whatever it was, they did a sneak and he got like 4 yards.
Little tushy.
Yeah.
Little tushy push. DeAndre Hopkins, he's got to have massive confidence going into next week too. Like,
That's one of my.
What's the best is, how we heard, we had heard on the sidelines, or we had heard Hopkins coming over from the Cardinals. Like he'll be on the sideline and be like, hey, like just throw me the ball,
right.
throw it up. Like with a young QB like Will, and Will just knows how talented Hopkins is. It is nice to see him just taking shots for 50-50 balls, being like, fuck it. D-Hop, go get it.
Dude, in the first quarter, he threw one. Literally, the release was incredible. Yes, Burks flicked the wrist, and there's 2 guys, and he put it in the only place Burks could catch it, and he dropped it. Which is,
I know.
Dude, yeah, the drop's a drop. Like, they can coach that and make it better, but like,
Right
look
here,
at this.
one right here.
No, this is DeAndre.
At that moment in the stadium, we've never cheered for an incomplete pass, and that place borderline erupted just by
Insane.
throw and it being on the money.
Dog, and then the one, his last touchdown pass with Nick Westbrook, he's falling back, and Tossier floats that thing in the air. This might be it right here, yeah? No. He floats it in the air, and he puts it right in Nick's hands. It was, you watching, you're like, yo, this kid literally has legit special talent.
It was perfect.
Yeah.
You got to float it like that.
Back foot, look at this.
Give
look
us
at that
some
placement.
opportunity to go get it.
Dog,
That's what
that's
you're
a
supposed
throw.
to do.
And Will, we know you're listening. Don't buy into what we're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is what you got to tell Will right now.
You got to tell quarterbacks
Frank was
that
doing
now,
it right
all
away. He runs up the tunnel after the game. Vrave just gives him a handshake. Probably say, hey, you gotta do it again Thursday. Short week.
He celebrated with his family, man. It was a great
cool.
moment.
That was
to
a cool.
see,
Yeah,
him
look
to
at this.
come out and do that.
He's got that. I want to say arrogance, but I mean it as a compliment. He's got that, like, I'm legit gonna go out here. I'm gonna dice these fuckers up. He's got that Blaine Gabbert, boys. You hold them up. I'm gonna dice these boys up.
They put the camera on him on the bench after that first touchdown pass, and he was like in the face of the OC, or not the OC, because I don't think Tim Kelly sits down there, does he?
Yeah, he does.
he does.
He's down there.
Well, he
Yeah,
was
he
down
does.
there like face red, screaming like, "We can do this! Like, let's keep rolling."
Yeah.
And then like, it was. I haven't seen emotion like that.
There was
from a
one
quarterback
play.
we've had.
I love the fact that he was throwing deep balls, but there was one play. It was like 3rd and 8, and they were right in that field goal area, right towards half, where they could have got more points on the board. Where he tried to throw a deep ball that ended up not connecting. If he would have thrown that check down there, that would have gotten that 5-6 more yards to put you in a field goal situation.
He'll see those.
Instead, they have to punt.
He'll see those though.
I mean, he'll get better. He'll get better. He'll see that on film. He'll understand. You don't always got to take the big shot. He was hot. I feel he was on fire. He like everything
I'm
I
about to kill
throw, they
these boys.
catch it.
Yeah. He was essentially running NFL blitz to bomb every play. Like, he was just like, let me just throw this thing up, see what happens.
It up. Go get it.
Because he had some good, dude, he had some good throws.
And you
He
gotta
had great decision making. He got the ball out quick.
Fast.
The offensive line looked like they played a whole lot better
I
too.
think he helped that whole focus on the O line because he would get rid of it that
Yeah,
fast.
he was getting rid of it fast. So
He had a great awareness play in 4 minutes too, taking a sack actually.
Going down. Yeah.
Instead of
going
trying to
down.
force
Yeah,
I
get an
saw that.
incompletion. Like, and he in the I don't know if he really thought about this, but he's like in that 40-yard range. He kept
Go back.
drifting back,
Yeah.
Get
giving
room.
Was a little bit more room to punt because he's got an absolute leg, and
Was
he
it
was
a
putting it inside the
screen?
10 quite a bit.
That play was a screen, though,
No,
right?
it wasn't
like
a
a
screen. One
rollout.
of those was a screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one went to Chig, and that one got
Yeah,
blown
yeah,
up pretty
yeah.
quick. But the kid showed promise to where, as a Titans fan, you got to be thrilled going this week. Who they play this week?
Pittsburgh,
Pittsburgh
Thursday
on
night.
Thursday
We're at.
Here
at Pittsburgh.
at Pittsburgh.
But
yeah.
That'll be a great-
Kenny Pickett's down. Kenny Pickett had a rib injury, so
Yeah,
I don't
he
think
did.
he'll be playing. And they did not look that
Risky.
good. I mean, he
I
will
know.
be
He went
having
down,
T.J.
yeah.
Watt coming after him. But
it's
it's all
Highsmith.
yeah, him too. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. T.J. Watt. I mean,
line
he's
gonna
just a
definitely
freak.
have to step up this game.
But what's cool is like before last week, it's kind of like the questions up there is like, do the Titans roll out Will Levis and kind of put him into a year where it seems like we're going down anyway? Like put him in that situation to maybe like bruise his confidence going into like year 2. But the fact that they did roll with him and Levis stepped up like that, it's like you're in a like I ain't got a whole lot to lose. Like let's just let it spin. Let's
Let
be
it
confident.
spin.
At the end
Trust
of
what
the
you
day,
see. Like he's making checks at the line. He did it like 2 plays in a row.
Yeah.
Where he's trying to make checks at the line. And it's like just being confident in what I'm saying. Like, hey, maybe I might be saying the wrong shit, but I'm just gonna trust my gut. I think is like I think that's awesome. I think it's awesome how it all played out for him.
And we've talked about Will quite a bit, but on the defensive front, dude,
they balled out.
they were
they balled.
balling out.
Jeff went nuts.
Went nuts. 2 sacks. He was around the quarterback every damn
I feel
play.
like he had more, but they said Harold got that first one.
Yeah,
I
he
felt
said
like
Harold got
he
2 sacks,
I
too.
thought-
Harold got in on that first one.
Harold,
I know Jeff did his thing, but Harold got him. But Harold was at him first.
I thought it should have been a half. I thought both of them should have got a half.
Okay, that
yeah.
but you can, dude. I mean, it's great to see Harold coming off the knee.
I know.
Get 2
He's starting
sacks,
to look
like
better
getting that in the
now.
stat book. That's got to make you feel your
You know,
confidence.
boy,
gotta be
Harold, like,
crazy.
He's just getting healthy.
he needs a sack. He
just needs a sack.
wants sacks.
Yes, he just wants sacks.
But he getting healthier. You can tell. He's starting to play faster. He's starting
Yeah.
to get around the edge a lot better.
Yes.
Stuff I like to see. But my good, I'll get to my good. My good was actually spending time with the legends. I got to spend times with the Oiler. I got to hang out with Billy White Shoes, one of the first players to ever wear all white shoes, man. Back in the day, got to spend time with him, Warren Moon, Dr. Doom, and just be around that Titan facility, man. That's a good. And then also seeing D-Hop get 3 touchdowns
3.
in one game. You know what I mean? I think is that a record for I think he holds
No,
that
'cause I
record for
think-
the Titans. The only
I think you know who I think owns that? Rashard Matthews.
no, it was Kenny Britt, and
Oh,
now,
was it?
now it's D-Hop. Yeah, I had to think about it.
I thought Rashard Matthews had like 3 touchdowns in one game too, which is hilarious based on the guy. You know, I don't have to say anything else.
Who?
Dude, yeah, that's sick.
Yeah.
I'm stoked for the Titans in that regard.
Oh, Mike was asking about you. Roos was like, "Where Taylor at?" I'm like,
I'm-
"Man, he got things. He got to travel. He got to do
Still a
his
very active
thing,
NFL
man."
player. They know alumni day. I'm a free agent. So
He just was asking how you doing, if you
I
was
know.
gonna come. I said, I don't think he.
yo,
coming,
Mike,
you know what I'm saying?
Mike's been wanting to get on the podcast too. I think it'd be awesome to have him and Brandon Hopkins on at the same time.
Brandon Hopkins.
Hey, and
Brad
Big-
Hopkins,
you
he
should get
is
Big
Brad, right?
Country too.
Brad Hopkins, he was a left
Offensive
tackle
line, yeah.
for like 9-10 years, and then Ruse. I think it'd be cool, like the
yeah,
three-
get a
like,
little
you know.
generational.
I think Big
Yes.
Country would be funnier though too.
Yeah, Big Country. He's that dude. There's a picture of Big Country versus JJ Watt, and he's played right tackle, and he's got his fist
He's
out like
ready
this,
to fight.
like
him.
legit fight, and it's in the middle of a play.
Yeah.
Like he was, he's like an OG, like scum.
Dirtiest
And I mean that in a good
player
way,
I ever
yes.
played with.
You got. I wonder if that photo's out there. I think it was at the Titans facility when I first got there. It was sick. But yeah, that'd be cool to have those guys on and talk to them because I know Ruse is, I mean, one of the best tackles in
one of
Titans
the best
history.
tackle play for
Yeah.
yeah.
He's an absolute stud, dude. Absolute stud. Should we do the bad? Do you have an overly direct take?
I did. I'll just have to look.
Something good from one of y'all's boys. Max Crosby donated $1 million to Eastern Michigan over the
No
weekend.
way.
Let's
what's
go,
up.
Max.
Good job with that.
Dude,
man.
I was in Vegas this past week. Saw 3 billboards with Max Crosby on it. And
He's
it's-
the man, dude. He's
the
the
man
man
out
out
there,
there.
dude.
He all he got.
Dude, he out there killing them. He's going crazy. Seems like there's a big resurgence of white defensive ends.
Nah, they always been around. You crazy.
I'm just saying, them boys are kind of
they
out there right
always
now.
been
Nick
around.
Bosa,
It's
Crosby,
like DBs
TJ,
and receivers. When y'all
Highsmith,
start
Bosa,
doing that,
Joey
that's what
Bosa.
you talk about. D lineman, y'all O-line,
We- I don't
D-line,
even
that's
know.
white boys for sure.
White Boy City.
All that. Linebackers,
You know.
So running back now, questionable.
Yeah, well, yeah.
We got a couple
One.
guys.
But
Yeah,
I know we got
yeah.
one now. Receivers, DBs.
Okay, we?
Huh? I'm 49ers. You know, I mess with them. 50-50, man.
No, I thought you said we when you talk about white
wow.
linebackers.
He said, we got one now.
We
I'm like,
got
oh,
one.
yeah, we got one.
I'll tell you what, man.
Bigsby.
Missouri.
Yeah,
You did get a little
Missouri.
whiter out there.
Oh, a lot of white folks.
We were talking about that, dude. A lot of white folks. You said, I want you to tell that story. You said when you were in high school,
Mm-hmm.
you were pants down to your damn knees,
yeah.
all that stuff.
So, you know, coming from Pomona, California, first time in Missouri, you know, I'm walking around. I'm like, damn, you know, it's because predominantly a white school. So I'm like, I never talked to a white girl in my life. So I get to the school, I'm like, God damn, it's some bad white chicks. You know, they look like they eating stuff and they got butts. Usually I didn't, you know, come from California, you don't see that. They straight back, you know. So it's an eye opener. You know, I'm trying to get at this girl. She like, ugh, don't touch me. And I told the homie, like, damn, I had 5 white roommates. I'm like, damn, what's wrong with me? They like, damn, man, you look like the movies. You like a gangbanger in the movies. I'm sagging, 40 jeans, 5X white tee, go all the way down to my knees. You know, I'm wearing Air Force Ones. They was like, you need to change your style. I started wearing rainbows. Jeans got tighter.
Yo, that is so funny.
They like,
How quick did that transition happen for you?
real quick.
Yeah?
Oh, I'm like,
Next
I need.
day.
It was like, it may be a week. Once I got that check, I'm like, take me to the mall where y'all shop at. Went to like Abercrombie and Fitch. What is that?
Abercrombie and Fitch?
Never heard of it.
Yeah,
you know,
were
they
out there.
brought me
Abercrombie and Fitch, Journeys, Hollister.
Yeah.
You're in all them
Hollister,
spots,
boy.
dude.
And then it was over with after that. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
That same girl wasn't saying you no
love.
more.
He said,
He loved. Oh, that same girl.
yeah,
She
man, shit.
wanted to talk to me. I
Yeah.
had to play her like,
Jenny's- the
don't
Jenny's
touch me.
came
She
through
was
Oh,
like,
like,
no
"Whoa."
way.
Oh, I had to hit her with the same move. I was like, oh, don't touch me. She's like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, I'm just fucking with you. What's
Come
good?
I'm just playing with you. Get your fucking ass over here.
Yoink.
Yo, that is hilarious. That's got to be the best thing that's ever happened to you going to Missouri.
Yeah, no, it was an eye opener, man. I was actually grew up in a box, you know, just thought the shit I was doing was right when it was clearly wrong.
Yeah.
So going to Missouri, it opened my eyes and realized that it was other places and everybody have their own differences. So, you know what I mean? I had to understand that. I couldn't judge people from them growing up a certain way and I'm growing up a certain way. So it actually made me who I am today. You know, I was able to adapt wherever
And the
I
Mules got you right.
go. They did.
Shout out Missouri, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Willie Fritz. Shout
See,
out
it's funny,
Willie
I
Fritz.
feel like we all grow up, like, you know, coming from a box in Missouri, then you get outside and you're like, oh, okay. Maybe,
Maybe
Nah, I mean-
what?
you know.
I mean, the first time I seen a
Maybe that isn't
Confederate flag was
everything.
in
Yeah.
Missouri.
Yeah.
Maybe that town dump where
Maybe-
all the boys
yeah,
used to
yeah,
hang
maybe-
out at may
yeah.
not be the coolest
Maybe
thing
the bubble
ever.
of Bonne Terre and Deloge, Missouri. Yeah, maybe there are some things beyond that.
First time I seen a Confederate flag was in Missouri, home
That's what I'm saying.
state.
And then you get outside of Missouri, like, oh,
Exciting.
there's other flags going on.
Yeah,
around here.
yeah.
No, I saw a Confederate flag in Ohio one time.
Oh yeah, you'll see it there.
Ohio
too.
goes crazy about that. Yeah, well, PA, we know about PA now. PA's been like that.
I mean, they was flying it like the American flag. They was coming out every morning putting this shit up.
That
I'm like,
is
God,
fucking
damn. Oh.
wild, bro.
But then I learned about the 13 colonies, and I was like, okay,
Wait.
educate yourself.
Learn about the 13 colonies and the Confederate flag?
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, I'm cool with the Confederate flag?
I mean, I get what they was fighting for, but you just gotta know the history. I mean, it ain't sexy. No, you know, at the end of the day, they was trying to keep slavery around, but you know, everybody had their opinion. Can't be mad at them. You gotta learn your history.
I'll tell you what, you are the most even keeled dude about that I've ever met.
I mean, it's history. What can I do? You want me to go around slaughtering white people because
Whoa.
that's what I'm saying.
Maybe
like,
a happy medium.
what are you supposed to do? Like, I adapt. I read.
Yeah.
I understood. I get it. You flag it. Hey, that's on you. You know.
What about Pomona? How often do you go back to Pomona?
Not a lot. You know,
Yeah.
I don't want to get shot. You know. I love my city. I'm joking. But I go back every once in a while. I drive through it. Not
Yeah.
too many people I know still live in Pomona.
Mm.
And, you know, they all move on the outskirts of it. So I kind of be on the outskirts of it. But I love my city.
I love that. Should we do the bad or direct take?
Yeah, just throwing in part of my good Joe Burrow and the Bengals. I mean,
Healthy.
Joey B.
Oh, he getting healthy.
Yeah.
He's
Which,
getting
if
healthy.
we're talking Tannehill trade, that could be a place too.
No.
The Bengals?
Yeah.
No.
So?
I mean, if Joey gets hurt,
That's a lot of money to sit on the.
Yeah.
Sit as a.
that's also a team that's a legit contender.
Yeah.
Just
No,
kind
they
of
are.
covering your bases because you got it for 1 year.
Yeah.
Something to think about. That and the Browns as well. Browns would be a good one. All right, let's do the bad.
Yeah, I pretty much have all my Jets on a 3-game win streak.
That's a bad.
No, that's a good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think that's a good on mine.
Oh,
Them being on a
I was about to
3-game
say.
win streak, like where they were at the beginning of the year, like being in Zach Wilson's shoes, like I'm not saying he had an amazing, phenomenal game, but to be in his situation, and now they're in a 3-game win streak right now. That defense is playing really good. Like I just think that you can have a lot of optimism as a Jets organization right now, a football team, because it's not like the Bills are playing incredible football.
Yeah, no, not at
They're
the
only a
moment.
couple games out of it, right? Like the Dolphins, they're kind of like, are they more of a front runner type quality team?
Yeah.
Like just top to bottom, the the AFC East,
East.
Isn't.
I mean, they well, like they say, a good quarterback always have a better defense.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you want to win games?
Speaking of defense, how do you think Jalen Ramsey, like the Dolphins, they have an awesome offense, but their defense is going to be the one giving up points. Jalen Ramsey comes back last week for the first time, gets himself
Get
a
a
pick.
pick.
Gets himself a
You think
pick.
that's
that feels good.
I
I
know.
gotta showcase, like he said. I gotta advertise.
Yeah.
What they pay for.
No doubt. And so do you
I
feel
love
like he's going to be the saving grace of that defense?
He could. I mean, they're down a few cats, I feel like, on defense, right? Xavier Howard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who else? Yeah, Xavier Howard and you
I
get
mean,
him
they
back.
game one, lose one. They kind of gonna be similar. I feel
Yeah.
like.
They're both out there. I mean,
Yeah, when they
They
both
get a lot
out
of
there,
Defense will be
that
legit.
playing field
More
changes.
time to get to the quarterback.
yeah, because
More
David
time.
Long's out there playing his ass off.
David Long is really that
Yeah.
dude.
Yes, he's
Yeah.
playing his ass off out
He
there.
is
man.
playing
But-
great football.
Is the guy who's replaced him, Gibby, Dr. Gibby for the Titans.
Oh yeah, forgive me.
Himself
Oh,
a
out here,
sack
out here
yesterday?
with the
They
Titans.
different style though.
Yes.
Gibby
Yeah,
is
this is
bigger,
way different.
more of a pounder type guy.
Gibby's
Replacement
more
is
like-
more of number 2. What's his name?
Al
Alshire. Yeah, he's a good player. He's a good player.
He is
Well,
balling
yeah,
out. That whole
outside.
defense is kind of going crazy right now. Christian Fulton started off the season rough, where people were legit like, we need to
Right.
cut this guy, trade this guy, whatever. And now he's had himself a nice couple of weeks. That's gonna be good to have the confidence back.
Who? What's your list of bad?
I have a short list of bad. Let me see where I quote.
I mean, mine I've already kind of hit. USC, Gamecocks, Vikings, and Kirk Cousins. Chiefs losing to the Broncos.
Mhm.
Look, that's not good. Hey, Mitch, you being
Man, that
whatever
is-
fan you are, of
Taylor Swift wasn't at the game,
That's
right?
where it is.
Taylor Swift
She
not at the
wasn't at the game.
Bruh.
Taylor Swift is gonna help them win a Super Bowl
Yeah.
this year. She needs to stop her tour right now.
Now and go to every game
Yes.
if they want to go to the Super Bowl. You're correct.
The only thing I'll add to that is Brock Purdy falling apart.
I was gonna say Niners are on there too.
But do you know the
Niners.
statistic though? This is my bad. Dallas, every team that has beat Dallas so far has went on a no game winning streak. Arizona 0-5 after they beat Dallas. 49ers 0-3 after they beat Dallas. Can Dallas be that kicker?
Dude,
That's a good
the
stat to have
opposite of good luck Chuck.
For slips and picks, that's a good stat to have.
That's a good stat to have.
Ooh, I was just saying, can they be
The
that?
49ers dead?
Ah, are
I don't
they?
know if
What
they're
you think?
dead. I just don't know if they ain't beating the Eagles right now.
Nah,
No.
they not beating the Eagles. No.
And hey, that guy I told you guys about that said Brock Purdy's not good texted me last night. And he's like, what'd I tell you? I was like, oh, you just called this? He's like, there's enough of a sample size out there for Brock Purdy to defeat him now.
Where you at on Brock?
I mean, I feel like he's got so many aliens around him, even with Debo out. Like you should be able to dish that thing.
Yeah.
But obviously, his decision making the last few weeks has not been great.
Sometimes I feel like Shanahan offense, a lot of teams start to understand it in the mid-season. This always happens. Look at the
Yeah.
49ers records.
Because
Like,
a lot of it is just
So
same
good.
concepts. It's just you got to figure out what window dressing they're
Yep.
going to put in like
Yeah.
before the play starts.
Before the play starts, yeah.
Exactly. And also the defense too. They're the one that gave most of the points yesterday.
Yeah, I was going to say
Or all
that
the points, but they're the
their
one that gave
pass
like the,
defense is just not playing that
No,
well,
they
man. They're
haven't
not
been.
playing that well in the back end.
which is wild because they legit have such a squad there.
I know.
Such
Because they're not a team who can play from behind. Really.
Behind.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like they're a
that's-
team that they got to be in close games. They're built to be in close games, and they're also obviously built for the lead. But they're a team that's got to be close going into the fourth quarter because they're not a team that can just start sitting back and lean on Brock to dish the rock around in a
yeah.
passing game the whole
Yeah.
time.
Mhm.
All right, should we get into this? You got an overly direct take presented by DirecTV. Let's move into our overly direct take presented by the boys. The ultimate destination for pro football. It's where fans can get their football fix this season, whether you're watching games on live TV or a streaming app. DirecTV has you covered. And you can get DirecTV without a satellite. Stop compromising. Start watching football. Call 1-800-DirecTV today. See, what do you got?
Overly direct take. Titans are back.
Ooh.
Titans are back, and they're going to make a push to possibly be. They're not. I don't think they're going to win the division anymore. I think the Jags are too good, but I think they're going to have a chance towards the end of the season to be that 7th or 6th seed in the playoffs.
Let's look at Jack. Can you bring up their
They're
schedule?
3-4 right now.
Wait, where they sit in the division?
You bring up their
They're-
schedule. I'm
they're-
going to look
they're
at the
down,
division.
Like, I think 3 games right now.
Okay.
Houston
Yeah.
Well,
lost.
Yeah, they
Jags
did.
won.
Houston lost,
Tough,
but the
man.
I'm talking about the Jags just winning the South.
Yeah, the Jags.
The Jags are playing good ball. And on Slips and Picks, that Mike Tomlin stat being 15-4-3 with underdog at home did not play out for me this week.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
right now, yeah, Titans are 3-4. The only teams that, you got 4-3 Pittsburgh Steelers. They don't really know who they want to be. Cleveland Browns 4-3. Bengals. You got Bengals and Ravens. They're going to come
They're
out.
gonna come out of that. They're
Yeah.
gonna come out
In
of
the
that.
East, you got Miami and the Bills right now, 6-2, 5-3. Then the Jets are also 4-3, so they have some work to do.
I
but
mean,
yeah,
the Jets
who do the-
defense is
where we
Yeah.
at here?
I can keep
If
them in
we're
play.
talking
Steelers?
optimistically, Steelers dub, Buccaneers dub. Let's say Jags they lose. Let's just say they lose.
Wait, you said
Panthers.
dub on the Bucks?
Yeah,
That'll be a tough game.
that'll be a tough
That's
game.
gonna be a tough
But their
game.
Yeah, that'll
defense
be a
is
tough game.
their, Titans defense now.
Titan defense is great, but that's gonna be a tough game though.
Yeah.
Panthers dub, Colts dub, Dolphins
Hold up!
L.
Don't say
I know
Panthers
you-
dub yet, because that's if teams play today. I hope they beat them.
You hope we beat the Panthers,
You're
but
just saying Titan historically they play down.
that
To
we
their
play
competition.
down to the level of
there's
the
no
teams.
dude. Everyone's counting them out already, even with Will Levis playing well. So they're going to play up.
I mean, you got these games. I know you got Jacksonville twice. You got the Seahawks. You got the Texans.
The
You got
Dolphins.
the Dolphins
Dolphins is Monday night too.
Ugh.
in Miami.
In Miami.
In Miami.
Of course, in Miami.
So
Seahawks. So
let's be overly optimistic for this overly direct take.
okay.
Yeah.
okay.
All right.
Overly optimistic. So
Let's say they
Steelers.
split with the Jaguars.
I wasn't gonna go that optimistic, but yeah, let's go with that.
Let's say they split.
Let's go with
Okay.
that. So Jags will have one L there. Let's say Dolphins are an L.
That's funny
That's
that they
two Ls.
always put the Jaguars
And the
and
Seahawks-
two
and then the
Seahawks.
Seahawks?
Say Seahawks are an L.
Okay.
That's 3. So right there, you could be still 10-7. Do you think they're a 10-17?
No, I don't.
I think they're 9-8, looking to try and figure out who at the end.
I
can-
see a 9 and
I don't know,
18.
Up to the football
I see a
gods who
9
gets
and
in
8.
after that last week. Like, I think they go into the last week 8-8, and they got to beat the Jaguars to have a shot of being.
And that's
in the
gonna be
playoffs.
that primetime game like we
no,
always
I think
do.
the Jags will already have their seeding. They'll
You
already be in the
think so?
playoffs, and they're going to sit some of their starters, giving them an opportunity to get that 9 and 8.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but if
Yeah.
You like that?
Yeah, I like that.
if though the Jaguars are say like the 1 seed, are they going to look at sitting or the 2 seed, because the 2 seed gets a bye now too, right? Or no?
No,
No, just the 1 seed.
Just the 1 seed still.
Home field advantage.
Are they going to sit their guys like 2 weeks in a row?
Uh,
They
may sit the
might pay it for
quarterback.
half.
Yeah,
Treat it like a preseason game.
yeah.
yeah.
But if Will Levis is who we're talking about right now, there could be reason to be on still prime time because they're trying to win. Trying to win.
It'll
and
be
get
a
in,
primetime
which that's a
game
winning
no
game.
matter what. If it's
But I
supposed to
like
get
that.
in.
I like that optimism.
Yeah. So
Do you have an overly direct take? It could be good or bad. Mine is Nebraska goes 9-3, just like Willie C said at the beginning of the year. To me, that's I think that's more realistic than the Titans one. Like, look at our schedule. Guys, I know that's funny, but can we be real?
4 games left.
I just think these teams are beatable. You got Michigan State. Now, if we're just objectively calling it, if I'm being more of like, in the media saying, oh, we're going to smack this team. Michigan State, you win that game. Maryland has shown they've just dropped to Illinois, Ohio State and Northwestern. That's a very, very winnable game. And that's at Nebraska. The tough one is going to be at Wisconsin. That's going to be a tough one for Nebraska. But you can come out there. If you're on that, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-game win streak going into Wisconsin, playing for, hey, guys, we're playing to get into Indy. Like, we legitimately control our own destiny. I think that's good momentum to have going into Wisconsin. And then it's
Madison.
Iowa coming to Nebraska on November 24th. Those are games.
Y'all beat Iowa last year.
Yeah, we beat Iowa last year. And I was like, even though they're 6-2, like they're like a gross 6-2. They're like they're like a ginger right now. They're like, oh, they can do some things well, but at the end of the day, You're still fighting a fight. That's, you're behind the 8 ball.
What makes Nebraska sexier than Iowa?
As far as like going there, like Lincoln
No, but you're
versus,
saying Iowa's an ugly 6-2.
just because like
You guys have 4
they're-
turnovers a game.
right, but Nebraska hasn't been ranked. Iowa's been ranked like all year, and to me, it's kind of like a pig with lipstick. Like they're not, they're in these close games, they're in these tough games. Like they're not seen as like a Nebraska who's like on the rise. Iowa's like, listen, when are they going to fire Ferentz as an OC type of situation? You know what I
After
mean?
the season, he'll get fired, right? Because he has to score 25 points a game. He's not doing that right now.
That'd
I mean,
be-
they
is he
6-2.
not doing that? Is that
I think they're
got to
definitely
be
not.
averaging it? Yeah.
I think
But
I
they,
just
the,
think
the
Iowa's-
points the other week.
I was like
versus-
Iowa every year. Like it's just the same team literally every year.
No, they've had better offenses in the past. They've always
Yeah.
had an offense that can run that like mid zone and run it really well.
yeah, they run
Take
zone.
care of the ball,
for
time of
sure.
possession.
Yeah, but you say really well. Like they're winning like, 19-12 against Minnesota.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's just not.
It's because they running the
Yeah,
ball.
they did beat Nebraska. That's a loss where I'm like, damn it, why do we have to lose to Minnesota?
Hockey school. You should have absolutely beat them.
Yeah, we should have. Harburg's in there. We win in that game.
I think regardless of what happens, let's say in the last 4 games you win 1. That is something to be extremely proud of.
Oh, I'm fired up about Nebraska being in. They can go bowl eligibility this weekend against Michigan State. You win 6 games, you're going bowl eligible with 3 games left. You look at what this is going to do for Nebraska, for Coach Rule and that staff, even in recruiting, like even in the offseason, you still have a sample size to go and pitch to cats like, hey, come be a part of this, man. Come be a part of what we're building in Nebraska. So yeah, like even if we went 1 and 3 in the last 4, like I don't think we're doing that. But even if we did, it's like, dude, if you're a Nebraska fan right now, like you are fired up about where we are trending as a program.
They got money to spend on players.
I don't know. I never asked those questions. I never asked.
They
I would
spend
assume
money on you?
You saw them facilities.
Yeah,
now.
that's
spend
what
money on you?
that's what
Yeah.
I'm worried.
Yeah, you see the facilities. Like they're landing some cats in the middle of the year. It seems like I saw something going on, so I just tweeted for that 4-star offensive lineman where they pulled up the 18-wheeler outside of his high school.
Yeah.
So it seems like they're good recruiters. Coach Rule's been known to recruit. I just think when you look at Rule's history, right? Like in year 1 at Temple, year 1 at Baylor, it's only like 1 or 2 wins. Yeah.
He's already
That's what I'm saying. He's already doing that. Like
This is
perspective.
year 2.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
perspective wise, like this is fucking awesome. I think we're trending very well. Fired up to be a Husker. It's
So
a
if
good
you
day
guys-
to be a Husker. Big Ten champs, soccer. We own volleyball right now. The swim and diving team is undefeated, and right now we control the Big Ten West. Like it is a great time to be a Husker.
If you win all of those games, you're in the Big Ten championship, right?
Yes. Could you imagine year 1 going to the Big Ten championship?
That would be insane.
That would be insane, bro.
Will it happen?
The chances of it happening, I would say, are probably sitting at like,
Coin flip.
Is that a new Bussin Bowl rematch?
Oh yeah.
The trophy game still?
if-
Oh yeah,
I
absolutely.
hope none of this stuff happens, like gets fast tracked to where they can't play in the. I'm saying I hope they don't, because I want it to happen. I would love, obviously I would love Bussin Bowl rematch. I'm sure, I know if you're a Michigan fan sitting there, like you're salivating, like yeah, you would love to play Nebraska. But yeah, of course, that would be sick. Run, Jack, run! I just knew something was up that day in Lincoln. I just knew something was up,
Yeah, we need to steal your signs to beat you guys.
But I think that'd be sick if we were sitting there in
Tip
Indy.
pass, first pass at the game. Tip pass.
Year
We called
one,
that. He's gonna throw it low, right over the heads of the offensive linemen.
year one, going to the Big Ten championship.
I would think that'd be a bad thing for Nebraska,
Year why?
because then the expectation is now too high.
No,
If you only win one of the next 3, that is where Nebraska can go and be like, look, we are on the path to do X, Y, and Z. First year as a head coach, you made a bowl game since 2015. If you go 9-4, right, 9-3. If you
93.
go 9-3 and go to the Big Ten championship game and get waxed, it's like you guys might have already peaked without getting the players you want in there. You want to peak at the right time. This is not the year for you guys.
You
to
don't
peak.
think that
We
bring players in?
peaked,
You
bro.
go.
We're
You
the
think we
worst
need
turnover
you.
team
You
in the
use that.
country.
If we got you, we can
This
get,
could
we
be
can
a
get to
peak
the
for
next
Nebraska
level.
that we don't want.
No, I
With-
think we got the right. I think we have the right leadership in Lincoln right now, and I don't think we'll. be peaking. If anything, it's going to help us with recruiting to get more talent there.
Yeah, that's
like this is what we're doing. We're going to the Big Ten Championship.
Yeah.
And I'm not shitting on the players that we have. It's just
But you're about to.
when you're losing for all that, when you're losing for all those years, you're just not going to talk people into coming to Lincoln, Nebraska.
Yeah, it's a little tough.
Yeah,
because it's Lincoln, Nebraska. Like
right.
You got to pay cats to go there now.
I mean, I feel like,
but if
it's
you're
a
if you're
party
winning
school,
too,
though.
it's like
All the
goes on.
girls kind
Oh,
of
yeah,
look
bear-
fat, so I'm assuming they drink a lot of beer and shit.
talking about Central Missouri. You think Nebraska?
I
is
promise you, Central Missouri got batters.
Listen, bro, I grew up in Missouri.
So you know.
Yeah, I grew up in Missouri. You're going to see a lot of the same in Nebraska that you do in Missouri.
Let's do the ugly. Let's do the ugly.
You're going to be fired up at certain moments. Your expectations are low, but you're going to be like, oh, nice.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah.
You ready for ugly?
Yes.
So my ugly is going to be Sienica Mackay. That's number 0 for UNLV, who dropped that ball that could have essentially won UNLV the game versus Fresno State. That's ugly because that literally got you beat. Shit that gets you beat, that literally got them beat. My youngest daughter coming, I was in the playroom and she's like, Daddy, I want to tell you a secret. I was like, all right, come over here, tell me a secret. So she comes and whispers in my ear that she loves mommy more than me. That's the shit that gets you beat. That was a tough L. That was a tough L for me to take. I smiled. I said, thank you for being truthful. And I let her go do her thing. And my last ugly is Will capitalizing on social media about Michigan with no regard for our friendship. That's what gets this bus beat.
My shit that gets you beat is thinking that the Bears had life. I fell into the trap. I got, Tyson Bagent,
It's
like
a great story.
fired up for the story, man. I'm a sucker for undrafted guys doing well. And they got throttled.
Yeah.
They got their hips grabbed. They got
Yeah.
them things spread apart and they got fucked.
Yeah.
Because last week I was like, Chargers lose this week to the Bears, just staff gets fired. And no. It's just, I fell into that trap. That shit that gets you beat.
Oh, that was the direct take last week.
Yeah, that was my direct take.
Just coming at dudes' throats.
My one that I just added, shit that gets you beat, just not being aware that you get boxed in and that it feels a little more personal with your boy when some allegations like that come out. Unaware, hand up. I need to do a better job as a friend of being like, oh, you're going to get brought into something that's deeper than what is actually being portrayed out here. So that shit that gets you beat. That shit that gets you beat as a friend.
Let me comment on that one. I'm not taking it personally. I'm just being aware of how you're acting right now. And I'm just letting people know how you're acting. Do I feel good? I know. I listen.
Yeah, I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business.
My shit is shit that'll get you beat. The ugly is quarterbacks with NIL deals thinking that they're more than football. That shit will get you beat. What got you those deals was football. Now stick to that shit. I'm talking about quarterbacks like USC. They falling off. They come out talking about how much money they getting. They ain't gonna go to the NFL because they can make
in an NFL team.
Yeah, because we can make more money if we stay in college. Just telling you, don't get yourself beat.
Sounds like a classic shut up and dribble comment from Delanie Walker.
Pretty much.
More like a don't fucking forget what got you.
Yeah, don't forget what got you this kind of money. What got you to this level is football, your play. Now, if you think you better than that, stop playing football and go see if they'll still pay you that type of money.
Don't hate that last comment.
Yeah, and it's like USC, like it is like surprising that they're not, like, they should have been a team that's in the college football playoff.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
Talk about Lincoln Riley. He took Caleb Williams with him. They're building this, they're building that. Last year, USC's back. They dropped one against Utah. They come in here with all these high hopes. They're coming off hot, right? Like he's thrown for 8 billion yards and 8 touchdowns in the first half, so he's sitting in the second half. And now you're just falling
apart. So I can't even watch them anymore. Sometimes it just hurts.
Should he sit out the rest of the year?
No. Definitely not.
You think so? What would you do?
Heisman's out. What would I do? I play ball for my boys, but this is a new world we're living in college. He's out of the Heisman race. They're out of the playoff race. There's really, why risk getting hurt?
Because now he may need to go to the draft now.
He's going to go to the draft. He should, absolutely.
He said he wasn't.
No. Then he also said
more of like,
they also said he's only going to pick the teams he's going to get drafted by. And he wants minority ownership of the team he plays for. That's not going to happen, brother.
At all.
That's more like
you're going to sit there on draft day.
Right
you're going to sit there on draft day. You're going to get picked. You're going to be happy or sad about who you got picked by, and you're going to go play ball.
Yeah.
And then maybe you can get a trade like Eli Manning got.
Yeah. I mean, they all think you can do it like what Deion did. You know, he didn't go play. He went and played baseball for a year, then came back after he got traded.
Well, he did both too.
But yeah, but he went and did baseball. Wait, no, was that Bo Jackson or Deion?
You're talking about Michael Jordan,
that, right? They
That's
both
Michael
did.
Jordan.
Yeah, that's Michael Jordan. He went and tried baseball. Okay, let's get back in the
No,
league.
Bo Jackson, they got drafted to teams they didn't want to be on, so they didn't play that year. They went and played baseball
I
instead.
think that was Bo because
Yeah.
Deion did both. He literally was playing baseball one night, then got on a plane.
Yeah, and go play.
And went and played on Sunday.
Yeah.
Which
Caleb,
is insane.
does he play baseball? Caleb Williams?
Do we?
Not a whole lot of fallback then, huh? Plays dress up. What's that mean?
Give me.
No, I was doing the fingernails. I was just messing around. He paints his fingernails.
Oh yeah,
He
yeah.
doesn't play baseball.
Yeah.
He
That's
plays
a
dress
new
up.
thing people are doing.
Well, yeah.
He doesn't play baseball now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So he's got to go play. He's got to get drafted and go play. But his agents, that's got to be his agent. If that's him saying that, then someone needs to sit him down and be like, that's not how this works.
Yeah, and, you know,
And you love to sit there and be like, hey, you could change the landscape of the NFL, but that's not going to happen.
that's not gonna happen.
No.
He could have that realistic expectation. He just knows whatever his agent's trying to do right now.
And don't get blackballed
Yeah.
trying to tell them you want ownership. These owners, they all sit in the room together and they talk. Don't get blackballed.
We've seen on other podcasts how delusional some quarterbacks can get.
Yeah.
Dudes out there talking they can still play.
Twisted question? Yeah.
Oh, I have an
Hey,
ugly.
what Vikings went down? Maybe they will.
You have an ugly?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I've addressed this already, but the ugly is publicly doubting a draft pick from your NFL team solely based off of college rivalry bias. So again, going 10 toes down, I was wrong. Will Levis could potentially be a franchise quarterback,
Hmm.
and I'm here to stay. The good though, the good is admitting your faults. And I think that's the best thing about life is people love a comeback story.
It's the most jacked thing
So-
ever.
I got an ugly.
Yeah.
Goes back. He's wearing that costume.
I've been fighting a war on Twitter with people who do not have actual Twitter AVs. It's anime characters, and you know what I'm talking about. So this is for all you guys. I'm publicly apologizing. It's ugly. It was bad. But at the end of the day, it's good. You know, I've been there since '99 in that stadium, and it's beautiful. So sorry, Will. Will.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Also, go ahead and stand on this. You think I wasn't here since day one with a Will Levis jersey on? It's tough.
I think it is big on you to have that apology.
That's big.
Because you did on draft day. You was like, oh, we didn't.
What's in the back?
We
What's
didn't
back
get the
say?
right guy.
It's
Yeah.
number 8.
It's on draft day. You had that. You dropped that video.
Well, the thing about that
Like,
was
oh, we passed on. Thank God. Now it sounds like you'd give him your firstborn.
I would, but that draft video too, I said I was happy we didn't draft him in the first round because of the value of the pick. The second round pick, I was cool with. I mean, go look at my Twitter. And there was guys talking about I was talking shit about DeAndre Hopkins. And I was like, find the receipts. And the guy responds and goes, couldn't find the receipts, but he goes, don't call me a nerd, you like fucking dummy. And I was like, dude, like,
He did kind of.
He was probably like 40 years old. That dude was probably 40 years old living in his mom's basement for sure.
Yeah,
I
dudes out
promise
there
you.
hating, punching up, just like Michigan.
You got a twisted question?
Is it spooky?
Gotta be.
You want to do the twisted boy?
Yeah, let's do the Twisted Boy. Let's talk about that for a second.
Laying bees and twisted
As soon as
teas.
that thing comes up, I will talk to you about Twisted Tea from the Twisted Kings and the Twisted Prince, Delanie Walker, being here right now. That's exciting, dude. Twisted Question is brought to you by Twisted Tea, the smoothest hard iced tea out there. Perfect for pool parties, college game days, grilling out with the boys, all that stuff. Keep it twisted with Twisted Tea. You need to grab a refreshing Twisted Tea today.
Every day.
Delaney talks about it all the time. Summertime hits. He's got that cigar boat. He's out there on Radnor Lake. What are you doing? Drinking Twisted Teas, baby.
Indeed.
Delicious.
Missouri, Central Missouri. It's Twisted Tea heavy. in
Yes.
Central Missouri.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Gotta respect and love that, dude. Twisted Tea, brought to you by the Twisted Kings. Let's get to the Twisted question.
What do you got for us, Mitchie?
What's up? He's got a cigarette boat. That's the funny part of what I said. I'm glad you found my joke.
I don't
All right.
even know where that lake is. So.
Our twisted question of the week. Would you rather be stuck in a never-ending looping nightmare on Halloween night, or the costume you picked, you have to morph into that person for a night?
You have to
I'd
be
rather
you have to
morph.
morph into that person for a night.
Yeah.
I'd rather
Mine's easy.
morph. I'd rather morph.
Yeah, you would. That would
Smash
be
Ketchum,
awesome.
bro.
Yeah, I'm
I
morphing.
want to be the very best.
I can chop
basically,
heads off and not get in
Mitch,
trouble.
Not to shit on your twisted question. It's being a nightmare, your dream for a night, or be
Every Halloween, he said.
whatever Halloween costume you dress up as
Will gets to win a Big Ten championship.
I have
illegally, but I get to win one.
have
Nobody's gonna take it away from me.
I have a twisted question that I saw, but it's not Halloween related.
Okay.
You got
So
you
would
got
you want it or no?
Yeah, we can do it.
If,
Well, we can do that, but we're going to do another twisted question that's
Okay.
Halloween related that Mitch is going to look up right
My
now.
options are kind of
If-
slim.
if your hand, 5 fingers, could dispense 5 different liquids, what 5 are you choosing?
If my fingers could dispense 5
Each
different
one.
liquids,
Jack Daniels, thumb.
Okay. Whistle pig, you mean? But yeah.
Yeah, whistle pick. My favorite lotion, Bond number 9. Just gotta keep these hands. I can't have ashy knuckles.
smart. That's a smart play.
Gas, middle finger. Can always
Ooh.
have gas.
That's a good one.
Lube on my ring finger.
Boy, operate with that brain up tight.
Yeah.
Twisted T on the pinky.
Let's
Hey, you killed that assignment.
That was perfect. That was perfect. Would you change anything?
I wouldn't do whiskey.
I would do tequila.
Ooh.
Double loop. Yeah, you gotta have twisted tea in there. I love the gas pull.
Yeah.
I love the gas pull. Lotion's good too.
I'm probably doing some McDonald's orange high C.
Ooh. One of my favorites. By the way, one of my
McDonald's orange high
favorites.
C.
Yeah.
That's solid. I think you're better off going with the Baja Blast and the High C.
I mean that is, but if I'm
Lot of sugar.
if I'm Taco Bell, I'm usually going to Taco Bell Pepsi.
Oh, really?
Is it stronger than the McDonald's Pepsi? It burns.
McDonald's is Coke.
Coke.
products.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And that
is
does
Coke.
that's some good Coke.
Yeah, that shit
That's
burns.
some great Coke.
That shit burns.
But those were good.
Yeah, those
yeah,
are solid.
Well done.
Oh, thanks, man. Thank you.
As a white guy, I don't know if I'm doing lotion,
Yeah.
but I think if I do want to keep up with my skin, that
Some
that would be a good
cologne,
move,
maybe.
yeah.
Switch
Oh,
it out
that is
for
a fluid.
cologne.
But it's
Some Duke Cannon trophy scent.
Mm.
in clone form.
Just find a way to put all of our
All of our
sponsors on fingers.
The keys to a Chevy Silverado.
Right?
Ooh, hey, ranch.
Oh, ranch
Good pull.
dressing.
Good pull.
Go ranch dressing.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have any back there that we haven't said?
I feel like gasoline was super strong pull.
That's
was
the
a
number
great
one.
pull.
Especially if like society collapses, you are never running. You can get
Never.
a generator, dude. You're the king of the castle.
Yep.
So yeah, I'd say Delanie smacked that.
That's double the brain. Double the brain.
The one I would put in there is the white sauce from Japanese places.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I have to. Yeah.
Hey, let me get you right.
Mitchie, what you got, baby? Did you find another twisted question?
Great twisted question, Jack.
Yeah.
Would you rather be in a nightmare or be one of your favorite people?
Should Jack just take over the segment then?
Do what?
Jack should just take over the segment then. It's fine.
You can get one good twisted question, and then
It is hard. Like Mitch has a tough job coming up with good questions every week.
Especially when they're Halloween related.
Spooktober.
Spooky.
All right.
You gotta get up.
What you got, Mitch?
Should we do
I want a
Gotta
spooky
figure it
question.
you want a better
I want a better spooky question.
We could rank too. We could do a tier talk. We'll do a tier talk with.
Would you rather have
We'll
9-inch
do it, Delaney.
nails in your eyelids or jack off a mule?
Jack off a meal.
Would you rather have what? Say it again.
9-inch nails in your eyelids or jack off a mule?
Yeah, jack off a mule. That's
But
no brainer.
To
you got to
completion.
drink this shit after he go in the cup.
You talking about free protein?
Yeah.
Jack off the meal.
Yeah, because
9-inch
you
nails
hold
in
your
my
breath.
eyelids.
You just hold your breath. Pop that down. No problem.
Okay. Okay. What about you?
Will's gotten better at chugging
I
too.
mean, I'll do a facial. Can
Oh,
I
you'll
swap
do a
that out? Can I
facial?
do a facial instead of drink?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll do the facial then.
Oh, okay.
What would you do?
I mean,
9
I'm used to
inch?
jacking off a mule every night. I'm good.
Man, threw it off the backboard.
Dog. All right.
I don't have it.
You don't have one? Let me try to think of one.
Would you rather be stuck in a haunted asylum or a haunted cemetery?
Yeah. Yeah. You want to go to a graveyard or an absolute insane asylum?
For one night? Yeah, cemetery. Stay the night? No, I get too scared of the dark.
How about this?
I'm going to try to think
Would
of
you
one,
rather
too.
live 10 years in isolation, you can't speak to a single human alive, or one day of the year you're liable to be chased down and killed by your worst monster? But you're like, you have the ability to kill it, but there's one day of the year it could pop on you, or 10 years of just straight solo time, losing your mind.
I think you got to take your chances. Yeah, you got to take your chances.
What kind of, but
Day of
Do
the
you
year.
know? Do you know what day of the year it is?
No.
is it
Oh,
You
your worst?
don't know what day
Yeah,
of the
for
year?
the
That's
sake of it, let's just
terrifying.
do-
Wait, so you don't know when it comes?
That makes it harder. That
you
does
don't
make
know
it
when it
harder.
comes? You
Yeah,
don't, you
like
don't
if
know.
the predator's hunting you, it's over. You don't know, bro. You're dying. Yeah, I'll take that.
but okay,
I'll
but
take death over isolation for 10 years.
but what
Yeah.
type of
Well,
weapon?
no, let's go back to
talk
last
about
week. It's all
weapons.
about how mentally strong you are.
Yeah, but I'm dying in that.
But it depends on what type of weapon. Now, if he like Jason, he just has a knife. I'll take my chances with that. But if he's the type of person who's shooting bullets at me, you know what I'm saying? Like what's the sniper movie or whatever. If you taking shots at me now, that's different because now I don't know where you at.
Yeah, I'd
so
say
I'm
it's
now
like a
fighting.
knife situation where it's gonna be hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah, hand-to-hand
They're
combat.
gonna like chase you down type.
That's living in paranoia forever.
But it's only once a year though.
Oh, you're like
Once a year, right?
So, Jack, this is a human that's trying to kill you.
Yeah, for the sake of this, that's fine.
Oh, yeah, I'm taking it. Even if it's Predator, I'm taking it.
yeah, you're just
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
die.
I'm taking it. I can't live in isolation by myself.
Yeah, isolation for
10
10
years?
years. I'd rather just say or die. I'd rather just die. Think
Yeah,
about that.
No, yeah. Really switched up from last week, but yeah.
Last week I'm not. I don't know. Did anybody get to hear the twisted question from last week? Did y'all get to hear it? What would y'all do? The hearing the opinions or
Or you can time
travel fast or time travel forward.
Wait, say what? Say that
So
again.
you time travel forward, but you can never go back to the present moment.
Oh shit!
But you don't. You can choose when you time travel. Like if you get on a plane, you can just time travel and be there. And you can never just go back and take that plane ride.
But I can never go back to my
You
original
can never go
life.
back to the original. Yeah, you can never go back to the original moment.
And what else?
Or you basically hear people's opinions about you. You read minds. You know the movie What Women Want? It's
Yeah.
that, but with everybody.
Ooh,
I was in that, by the way.
that's a good one.
What?
The second one, I was an extra.
No way.
How old were you?
Fun fact about Ho.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, how old were you though?
The second one with Taraja P. Henson.
Yeah, how old were you?
I was probably 21.
Can you see
see you? Yeah.
Oh, you see my hairline.
I was gonna say, bro, we need to be running that
I was
photo
so
up.
mad when I went and back and watched it. I was like, no
They
way.
get you.
so
They-
wild.
All day, dude. It's crazy. You're like, they're like, all right, action. And then you fake talk to someone. You don't make a noise. And it's a complete stranger. And you're like,
That's so weird.
That is
That's crazy.
wild. How'd you get in that situation?
I found like an ad on Google.
So what are you choosing, Delanie? You don't know what we said.
Gotta check.
Damn, man, that's a good one actually. What y'all
What are you
pick?
picking, JP?
I gotta
Garrett,
think about it.
Going on the bus.
I think if like he's saying you have the power, you could like fast forward a plane ride or like,
Mm.
I mean, I'd probably do that.
No, but you can't never go back to
Yeah, but I have no
wherever
reason
you
to go
had.
back to the,
The flight.
yeah.
But no, it's got to be on the flight, or it
No,
can be.
you-
I could
you
be
can do-
taking
you
a
can
shit
use-
and then
whatever.
time travel.
With time travel, you get to choose whenever
fast forward as
whenever
shit.
you go. You have to fast forward. You can go as long as you want or as short as you want. You just have to use it.
I would do that.
Yeah, with the
I'd rather hear people.
if you hear people, you hear them always.
I
You
always
can never turn it off.
whoa, whoa.
It would be pretty annoying.
Dog, it would be
Damn.
so hard.
Well, I'll live by myself. I'll build a house. I'll build a concrete house where when I'm in it, I can't hear them.
So you're creating the 10 years of isolation.
Yeah.
No, I'm not creating it. When I walk outside, I can hear it. When I want to go in the house and sleep, I got peace. But when I want to be outside, see, you never said that we always had to hear it. Now I can make a house where I don't have to hear what's going on outside. I don't have to live there. Nobody.
You can't focus on everything at one moment. It's not like Bruce Almighty where you're hearing all the prayers at one time and you can't like compartmentalize.
That is what it is.
Right? That's what it is, right? You got to be around people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Soon as I get around you, I can hear what everybody think. Yes, I like that because then I can steal. I can cheat. Look, these are new things you got. Somebody who put the lock code, they remembered in lock code in the house to the bank or whatever. Now I got it. Oh yeah, I'm coming back. I'm robbing this motherfucker.
Better. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Fair point.
And think about blackjack. Every time they check that every time they check that card under there.
Yes.
Think about blackjack, Taylor.
I know exactly
Yeah,
what
the
you
thing
got.
about black.
You know what you gonna hit or miss or hit or
You're a football coach.
Oh yeah.
You can know the other.
If you're there's so many benefits.
Yeah, the thing about blackjack though is when they check that little thing with the ace, it doesn't show what card it is. It just shows whether it's a 10 or a queen or a base card.
Thinking it. Once you see it, we can.
Yeah, but they'll literally
They
say
don't know either though.
Yeah, they don't know what card it is.
You sure there ain't no glass under that little thing? I always
It's a
feel
little
like
mirror. It's a little mirror. But like the way the cards are set up is like if it's a 9, it'll just show a blank corner. The faces and the 10s are wider, so you would see.
But you still have some benefit to know if
No, because
there's
they check it after they ask you if you want to have insurance or not.
right. But they could have if you're seeing an 8 and they check their card because they're checking it anyway, right?
No, they don't check it. If it's an 8, there's no reason to check it.
Either way, you can cheat during football games. You could be Michigan.
Also, want to see how long it took you to get that. That's wild. Anyway, I think so. Wait, G, where were you at?
I think I'd move forward.
Jackie, did you say what you would do?
I think he said move forward for the
Yeah,
future.
I think it was move
That
forward.
was a no-brainer for Jackie.
Yeah, I think move forward.
Mitchie, did you say something?
But Delaney's points though.
The
Lions.
end of the conversation
Steelers,
got to where it's
you
like,
had me with that one.
Yeah.
Will, you're wrong. Where it's just like you can just choose your own.
And for the sake of the segment, like talking it all out.
No, the thing was last week with Will was trying to spin it as I'm mentally strong enough to do this, not just pick which one you wanted to do.
Right.
But you got to explain yourself. I'm thinking like ultimately you'd be able to use it. I would not do the time travel because I wouldn't want to just travel forward in time. Like,
No, 100%.
because you don't get to come back to the present moment. Like you just never get to come back to this situation right here. Whether it's good, bad, whatever's going on, you can't you can't ever go back.
And you can
So
never.
I would almost rather I would hate more so to have the time travel than I would hate having the mind reading stuff.
And I feel like if you see yourself, you may have to kill yourself. I don't know if you can co-live with each other, because when you see yourself in the future, you change everything that happens, right? That's what we believe would happen if we can try.
Yeah, I wonder what happened to your future self if they'd ever be around.
If we seen each other, like, do you disappear? Like, what is it? Is it rules behind it? Do I need to live in a different
it's like
country?
Click. It's the movie Click, where you fast forward and you're going through life,
Yeah.
and that's really
so
it.
you saying that you don't see yourself, you just going through life. You gonna go forward.
Yeah, you just
so
go
are you gonna be
forward.
old when you move forward?
Depends on where you jump. If you jump that far, then you like.
Yeah.
Because my thing was if
But
you
you would never
get,
jump
if you
that
get
far.
into any
I don't
type
want
of
that. Y'all
emotional
got too
decision,
many stipulations.
you have
on
more
that.
You gotta talk it out. You gotta talk it out.
you have more control over the one that you already have, like no matter what.
I got a twisted question. What would you rather have, Bojangles for every day for the rest of your life, or any other chicken spot?
Bojangles.
Bojangles, no question about it, dude. Bojangles now has more family meal options for your next tailgate or gathering, so you can focus on fun and leave the food to Bojangles. Each Big Bo box comes ready to serve with 8, 12, or 20 pieces of hand-breaded, boldly seasoned chicken, southern fixins, scratch-made buttermilk. I'm assuming biscuit, right?
Yeah.
If you haven't already, download the app and get a free Cajun filet biscuit with promo code Bussin. That's BUSSIN. It's bow time. Download the app and get a free Cajun filet biscuit with promo code Bussin. BUSSIN. Now, I feel like we've done it. I feel like the show's good.
Great
Yeah,
show.
let's
Don't we? Oh yeah.
No, good.
Tear talk.
You want to do Tear Talk now?
Some spooky tear talk. How about boys in the back? Best things of Halloween. best things about Halloween. You guys are involved now. You guys are involved. Best things about Halloween. Delanie, do you want to start? Taylor, do you want to start? You guys want me to start? You guys in the back want to start? Who you guys want to
Get
start?
the boys in the back to start.
Do you guys have some?
Yeah. How are we all three doing one? Or are we doing a combined? I don't know. All right.
Just say one.
Okay.
Each of us say one.
Yeah.
Just one?
Jack, you'll be tier 3.
Okay. Okay. I think I've
Tier 3 goes to when Halloween is on a weekday and it's trading your candy at school the next day at the lunch table where you first learn negotiations and everything.
Yeah, I like that.
That's tier 3.
Tier 2, I'm just going to kind of go with the low-hanging fruit, just pumpkin flavors being back, whether it's your coffee or your pies or your whatever pumpkin-flavored stuff
Yes, sir.
is officially back. So that
This is going to be labeled JP Hovey's tier talk.
Yeah, I like
well, honorable mention, throw in there Halloween parties. You can't beat them. It's just fun to have an excuse to dress up and like go out with the family or the friends. But my number one is gonna be the atmosphere and how it just kicks off holiday season. It's the first time in the fall where you're like, all right, once this domino falls, it's just Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, Valentine's, St. Pat. It's just like a run of like 3 or 4 months that you really get a lot of community driven stuff, and then a lot of stuff you can just, hang at the house, light a candle, put on a good movie. So yeah, that atmosphere that kind of brings Halloween into all of our lives, I think is just pure. That's us.
Love.
It was pretty good. Like all of those.
Huffy.
I know that tier 2 stung you, JP.
Halloween. I guess I haven't said it on here, but I don't really associate pumpkin flavored things with Halloween. I know they've got pumpkins and jack-o'-lanterns, but if pumpkin flavored things were that good, they would be around all year.
No, that's a terrible take.
It's not a terrible take.
Dude, seasonal
That's just
beverages.
not the point.
It's when you go to your coffee shop and you look in the top left corner and it says seasonal beverages because it's the season, baby. You're not gonna have a pumpkin.
You don't
in
associate
summer?
pumpkins with Halloween?
But what about the?
Not like pumpkin spice latte, not with Halloween.
I thought that
Bringing
was
you're bringing the
Thanksgiving.
pumpkin flavors. You're putting on the chalkboard.
Thanksgiving,
You're
it's
drawing a
really the
little
fall.
orange pumpkin next to it. Pumpkin latte
with that.
back.
I'm with
It's
the
just a
pumpkin.
seasonal vibe.
Seasonal.
All I'm saying is it's not as good as what it's made out to be. The pumpkin flavored things.
Yeah, I think because the energy's up,
There's
it gets
apple
mistake-
juice.
It gets mistaken for, it's an elite flavor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like apple juice is good year round. Apples are seasonal in the fall.
Yeah, because you're in the orchards. You're apple picking.
Yeah.
Cut up an apple this morning. Rue loves apples right
But
now.
what I'm saying is you have those apple things all year.
Yeah, apple
It's
cider.
that good.
The hot cider.
Do you have a hot cider in the summertime?
No.
I see what you're saying. Like as far as
No.
pumpkin flavors being an elite flavor, I do not think it makes any top tier of flavor. But as far as it being a seasonal vibe and energy and everything else, I
Preach.
think it is perfectly placed. Like give good vibes.
It's a good
Not be
vibe.
like, oh, I'm going to take this down because it's not a great flavor.
Pumpkin flavor is the fall.
Like I don't
It's not Halloween
I don't know. I've never really had it.
What is Halloween in?
in October.
The fall.
If you relate pumpkin flavored nice little drinks with Halloween, then enjoy your soft Halloween.
I got one.
Don't get fazed by that.
It's like eggnog. I've never been like a massive fan
Me
of eggnog,
neither.
but the fact that it comes out and people seem to be excited about it, it just brings a smile to my face because I'm like,
Right.
oh, people mess with eggnog. Like I
It's
don't
not
mess
that
with
good.
it.
I don't touch it.
Do what?
I can't touch it.
You like
Eggnog?
With
eggnog?
Delanie, no,
I
not
don't
really.
like
I'm
it.
not a big eggnog guy. You do, yeah.
But I do know that people don't like it. Like I know
Right.
I'm in the minority of people who like eggnog.
Yeah.
Like if I wanted to be like a Grinch,
2 glasses a year is really all I need just to like.
but
Yeah, because
if
you're not
I
going to
wanted
drink a gallon of it.
And
You
the
just want to
Christmas
enjoy
spirit.
it. It's
You
a
wanna
go
Christmas
with the
spirit. It's the
holiday
vibe.
spirit. Yeah, it's the
exactly.
holiday
if I wanted to
spirit.
lean into the Grinch aspect of it and be kind of like a festive hater and be Grinchish about it, I would be like, oh, if it's that good of a flavor, they'd have it all year round. And to me, that's what you're being with the pumpkin take.
In this scenario, I'm saying I thought we were doing like a Halloween tier talk. I don't relate pumpkin flavored things with Halloween. I relate scary things, trick or treating, candy, costume parties. Yeah, pumpkins.
That's a good in-game adjustment.
Well, maybe my
You just
dude
had-
is
that
having a
is-
slice
that's
of
a
pumpkin.
solid mid-game
pumpkin,
adjustment.
That makes you you,
a
JP.
latte.
Yeah.
You know, he's chilling on the couch with his girl.
Put it halftime.
You know, everybody do Halloween differently. You know, when he
like
said
Michigan.
Halloween, it was like Netflix and chill. That's how I felt like he was on that kind of Halloween. He was like pumping spice. You know, I lit some candles, smell like pumpkin in here. Got my girl coming through.
Mhm.
About to get some pumpkin pussy. You know, that's what I seen.
Pumpkin puree.
Yeah.
Pumpkin puree. All right, you want to go or you want me to go?
You got it.
I'm going to give an honorable mention to Halloween parties. I
Yeah.
think especially in college.
Yeah.
That is the time to be out there. Talk about that puree. Just kind of, you sit there and just creep in the corner. Kind of see what's going on out there. It's a nice little deal. So I have to give a tip of the cap to Halloween parties. Gone but not forgotten in my life. My number 3, it's going to go to carving pumpkins. Sometimes it becomes a little bit of like, all right, let's do it. Let's get it done. Let's lay all this stuff out. But once you're doing it, when you're in the middle of it and you really take carving pumpkins serious, you're becoming an artist. You're finding, what am I going to do? What is this thing going to be created? It's not going to be exactly what the picture shows, but it's going to be my version of that. And that is special when you truly buy in to carving a pumpkin. My number 2 is a blanketed statement. It's spooky events. And I could just say, hey, it's all the spooky events, but I feel like it's more of a cop-out. Personally, I love Spooktober. Obviously, it's my favorite holiday, but the Fridays, when you get a squad together, or you just go with your girl and you go to a haunted house and you just say, I'm going to be scared for the next 45 minutes because this is the only time of year I can do this. And I can't go back in June and be like, oh, let me go get scared at a haunted house because those things don't exist. And that just having that specific time of month, similar to the pumpkin spice lattes, where it's really just in one area, makes it that much more special. Do we want to be scared year round? No, we don't want to be scared year round. But it is one of the most fun things to do, even as an adult, during the spooky holiday. And my number 1 is it's just going to be trick-or-treating. Because I feel like my kids are now at the age, both of them are now at the age where like they understand the assignment. They know what to do. They go to the cauldron with the house with no lights on that says, please take one. And they know to take a handful. They understand the game and using the rules to their advantage. If you're not going to be there to be a security guard for the cauldron, we're going to take advantage of that situation. And then watching their excitement, running from house to house, grabbing a whole bunch of things. You go to like a 12 South, or you go to a cool neighborhood where the people are outside with spiked apple cider, and we're hanging out, just having a good time. The kids are ripping and roaring and having a great time, comparing outfits. That is, as a father, you're like, this is awesome, because this is like core moments they're having in their life. So that is my number 1.
I'll go next.
You got to give one word to say how you feel.
Roller coaster.
Family oriented.
JP's like, bitch.
Family first.
Thoughtful.
Wholesome.
I enjoyed all that. Thank you.
Here's what I'll say. And this is going to be probably, I don't know, an unpopular opinion. But the way you feel about the pumpkin stuff, the pumpkin spice flavor, but you want to put it like you'll go out there and just stand on business. I feel that way about pumpkin carving. Like, to me, I personally think I have not a lot of fun doing it. And I think the pumpkin carving is the most overrated thing about Halloween. And I know that's a hot take, but I don't want to. I know I'm saying it out loud, but I'm just bringing it to light because as he's saying it, it fires me up that people feel that way about pumpkin carving.
I mean, when you do a good job.
You know what I thought about is it's not like getting it all set up is a pain in the ass, and it can be that way, but it's really just the mindset of being like, I'm going to embrace all of this, because last year doing the little cottages or the little houses, decorating the houses at my house, we're having a little competition.
I love that.
That's essentially that's the Christmas version of carving a pumpkin.
To me, so I'll say this: I'm bitch made when it comes to touching icky stuff all the time.
Okay.
I hate getting in there deep with the pumpkins and like getting it, emptying it out.
Yeah.
It's just a mess, man.
I get it.
You gotta
I
roll
get
up
it.
the newspapers like that.
Yeah.
You could, as you're decorating the gingerbread house, you can eat while you're doing the gingerbread house. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, oh, I got a little bit on my finger. Let's get this frosting off in a deep way.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
Mitchie on the peanut butter, just
Yeah.
throating that finger, trying to get that taste off.
Oh.
That like, and that to me, I know that's why I just hate the association of being like, God, this is gonna be a long time with this pumpkin,
Was
and then I'm gonna get caught, I'm gonna get caught in that mentality of wanting it to be so fucking awesome and perfect and shit, to where I will take so much time. Be like, okay, let's go outside and light this candle inside this pumpkin. Yeah, this is awesome. I'm gonna like it and enjoy it when the people around me are doing it, but just wanted to get that off my chest.
I
I
get
feel
it.
that.
I appreciate you saying
I feel
that.
that.
I appreciate you.
Understand.
Delanie, you up?
Yeah. So my honorable mention is the people who give out king size candies on Halloween. Like, thank you. We love you. Thank you for spending the extra money to give it away for free.
That is big.
Yeah, we love it. My tier 3 will have to be the people who go all out on decorating their house. All out. I thank you. We love you.
Do you do it?
No. But I thank the people
need
who
to-
do, because
You need to see Taylor set up.
man, they got to pay people to do that, to decorate their house, put all of this. It, like when you walk up to the house, you kind of scared. You like, oh man, like is this like a 100 house? Or,
Yeah.
no, we handing out candy. You be like, damn, I fucks with it. Get a picture. Then I'm gonna have to say tier 2 is gonna be just being able to dress up as like scumbags, killers, murderers, prostitutes, because most of the females do. Just to be who you want to be deep down inside, you know, that inner you want that come out. You know, I always dress up as some killer because, you know, I can walk around, act like a killer and not go to jail being black. So I love that part. And then,
This little kid, you thinking, I wish I could take your fucking life right here, but I won't.
yeah. When I'm really dressed up, I'm on that like serious, I want to kill you, but I'm like, yeah, I'm acting, but I'm not. You know, because it's Halloween. So you can do that. You know, when I get that scare, I'm happy. Like, yeah, let's get the next one. Kid. You know, little kid.
Yeah.
That tier 1 is just going to be, man, you know, having Halloween on the 31st, bro. Just at the end of the month. You know that it's going to be epic. You know it's going to be crazy. It just sets the tone going into November. And I love that. I love that about October 31st, Halloween, because now you know you can be a scumbag, do all this crazy stuff, and then it's like all about family. November.
Yeah. Quick pivot.
Yeah.
Quick 180.
Quick pivot. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So that's me.
Halloween.
Frightening.
King.
Method acting.
Incredible.
Thank you.
That was solid.
Thank you, guys.
That was really
That
solid.
was good because you're right. Like when you scare somebody, scare a little kid or something, like you kind of like,
Yeah, I got him.
They know
kind
now.
of like weirdly get off
Got
that
Yes.
shit. Like,
Got
I
'em.
fucking scared this motherfucker.
Yeah. Oh, I scare him too.
I like that. That's good. And I love how your tier 1's just the 31st.
Yeah, I just like.
yeah, October 31st, just that it's on the 31st.
I just like this on the 31st.
I love that.
My tier 3 is going to be slutty costumes. I'll say it.
Mm-mm.
Oh man.
We're all thinking it.
Yeah, this is a shout out. This is a tier talk. My testosterone wanted to get involved. He wanted me to say that for him. But I'm a man, you know what I mean? Like at your weakest moments, do I stay and stare at it for a long time? No. But I see it. And I just want to pay homage to the college parties when you're that young Thundercat walking around and being like, yo, let's go. We trying to step out tonight? But really, you want to step out for really
Yeah,
only
see
a
what
couple
you gonna
reasons.
That
see.
puree.
Yeah, that puree, that pumpkin puree. So slutty costumes, my tier 3. My tier 2 is going to go to that consistent potential of a fright all month long. Like, it's that part of buying in Spooktober, like wanting to be scared in the haunted houses. Like people, you know, Mitch, he was terrified going in the haunted house. And it brought a smile to my face because he felt legitimately scared before he walked in. And it's like, man, I can't wait to trick myself into being that way through it. Not like, oh, I'm going to walk in and whoever screams the most is a bitch. It's like, dog, I want to be scared. I want to feel like I'm being chased in here. Like somebody's like got the Delanie mentality, and part of them wants to kill me a little bit. Like I like that. And putting on the scary movies, like picking your shots throughout the month, but putting on those frights that are really going to make you think twice about going to bed. In my tier 1, dude, you guys have alluded to it, the trick-or-treating, just candy, bro. Eating candy until you puke or that you feel disgusted with yourself. Going in that extra 8 times into the pantry at night, eating your kids' candy, just eating your own, you buying it. Hey, let's buy a shitload of candy in case kids come to the house. And when they don't, you don't pass out all the candy. You have it.
I'm eating.
And you're eating it all probably within the next 48 or 72 hours. I love that. I love that. And that's my tier talk.
Passion.
Excitement.
Adolescence.
Goated.
Horny.
Mike Wazowski be looking crazy tonight.
Y'all were alluding to it. I was like, I'm just gonna say it, man. The slutty costumes. We all see them.
Yeah, we know what time it
He
is.
said Mike Wazowski out there looking crazy. Oh, dude. All right, so the last segment we're gonna do it with you, Delanie. We're gonna do it with you. This is the shittiest moment. Do you use toilet paper?
No, only use dude's wipes.
You should use dude wipes, dude. Dude,
keep doing it.
Keep doing it. Keep that bum nice and wet and refreshed, dude. It's gonna make you feel a whole lot better, not skin you up a whole bunch. My boy had a hemorrhoid. Had a hemorrhoid a couple of days ago. He had some dude wipes that really helped him through the entire process, making you feel a whole lot better. So make sure you use dude wipes. You can pick up dude wipes on Amazon or Walmart and Target nationwide. You need to tell us, what was your shittiest moment of your entire career?
Well, I had a shitty moment in high school, so I'll give you a shitty moment in the NFL. I must have ate some hot sauce or some beets or something. Took a shit.
But you giving us a real shit moment.
Oh yeah, took a shit. Thought it was bleeding.
Yeah.
Luckily, I had the wipes. Could get a good look at it.
Yep.
It was beets.
So your shittiest moment was the potential of dying.
I thought I had a hemorrhoid or
It was just purple. You had like a reddish
what
purple.
is it, colon cancer?
Yeah.
Like if you
Prostate
should, yeah.
Without knowing, you do think the worst.
Yeah, no. I literally thought something was wrong with me. You know what I mean? I'm like,
you ever had a hemorrhoid?
No, I never had a hemorrhoid. Thank God.
My worst one was in college, bro.
Like, do you got
Literally,
like,
I'm
what do
shooting
your
a deer,
butthole
little
look like?
pellets, and it's like painful.
But is your butthole like swollen out? Is it like a
think you just got
gaping,
some,
like
like,
a
pink
gaping
socks?
hole?
Pink sock?
Taylor
Yeah,
sent
like
me a
it
video.
comes out
Taylor
just a
sent me
little bit, like
video.
a nub.
Something, I don't know, like calluses up inside that
So
colon.
you got, it's really
inflammation.
I think when
inflammation.
I think it's when the
pushing too hard.
inside of your rectum comes on the
Comes out.
outside.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
Sometimes
like,
I am. When I
You
get toward
pushing
the
too
end, I
hard.
know there's a little bit more in there.
That's how you get hemorrhoids. is
well,
you
you
push
need
too hard.
the putty
Stool?
tubby, whatever, the stool that helps you lift your legs up.
Because we
Squatty
do, we
potty.
don't do it.
squatty
Yeah.
pot, yeah.
We're not real natural when we just sit there on the toilet. Legs go numb. You know what I mean?
Staring at that phone for 30
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah, I thought I had cancer. That was my shittiest moment, but got to really look deep into it, and it was beets.
Okay. Oh, it's got a little purple to
It's
it.
another
We're gonna be all
purple.
right.
What's your other
It's-
shitty moment that
It's
you
a
were
little,
thinking
it's a
of?
little
Yeah.
grimy.
What was your shittiest moment of your NFL career?
Shit. I mean, getting cut.
Good one.
Nobody. That's the shittiest to get cut and not
You
even.
said getting cut, it was shittier than breaking your leg.
No, because I was guaranteed $8 million when that happened, so I didn't have an injury clause. So, I mean, it hurts. But
It hurts.
I got fully paid, guaranteed though.
But
So
when you got cut, was like,
when I got cut, it's because they cut me and I wasn't even at the facility. It's like they called me, it's just cut me. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes that hurts. You know, when you feel like you done did a lot for the organization, and then you just phone call.
Man, it goes back to you don't have that storybook ending that you want because everyone's telling themselves a story.
Yeah. You like thinking they gonna, yeah, man, do the whole thing for you, take you in. You see to sit with the owner, sit with the GM, coaches, but it ain't like that. So, that's the shitty moment.
That happens to most of us.
No, all of us, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much all
pretty
of
much.
us.
let's you just go out on a high note.
I mean,
It's hard to go out on a high note because you're coming off of a high note. You're either going into free agency to get a little bit more money. You want to run it back. You want to do it again. There's really no perfect.
I would say Ben Jones had a good one.
What?
I think Ben Jones got to see himself out the building, pack his own stuff. You
Yeah.
know
Yeah,
what
but
I'm
he
saying?
had to miss games last year with the injuries. He was
I know, but
I don't know.
but Ben Jones has got like so much of a chemistry with them and that friendship. It was just like, you know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe it was
right. You
yeah,
kind of know. Yeah.
It's just a little different. And I understand. I wasn't there. I was getting treatment in another state. So obviously that could have been the reason why they phone called me instead of having me come in. But who knows? How was yours?
I went in and I sat with them. And,
Oh, you said
yeah,
no.
yeah.
See,
They asked me when I wanted to get cut.
oh yeah, see, nah, see.
Yeah.
See.
Hey, we got like, when do you want to do this?
Yeah. We were in Cabo.
Yeah. I remember.
Ray was like, hey, call me when you get a second. I called him. He's like, what are you doing? I was like, oh, I'm in Cabo with my friends. He goes, all right. Hey, obviously you've already told me that we're going to have to cut you. Like, just tell me when you want to get cut. And I was like, when is like the latest? And he's like, we'd love to do it before the combine. I was like, yeah, let's just do this date then. So I came in, saw the boys, saw the equipment staff, said bye to the trainer, said bye to the TV guys. And then I went and sat with them, and it was cool. Because me and Braves like talked for like 15, 20 minutes before Rand came in. And we're just talking about,
Oh yeah,
Park
you was
City,
still here
Utah,
with
and
Rand
Jen.
though. You was still here.
Rand got hired.
Yeah.
I've literally had 2 interactions with him. There was one outside of Rabel's office, and he was like, hey man, I love your podcast. I was like, you got to come on. And he's like, I will absolutely come on. He hasn't come on yet, but he will.
Come on. Hasn't come on.
And then the second one was him just like sitting in as like me and Rabel were talking. And I literally was like, so what do we do here? Do I have to sign something? And they're like, no, we're releasing
Yeah,
you, and
just
you just got to
release
know
you.
that we're releasing you. And I was like, all right, appreciate it, guys.
So I didn't deal with Braves. I dealt with John.
Mhm.
So I didn't even have, so could have been different maybe.
What was it? That was Rabel's second year when they cut you?
Yeah,
So I had 5 years with Braves.
I know.
5 years.
Yeah,
I will say, dude, when you broke your leg, that was sad.
yeah, it was,
That was the game I got knocked out.
I know.
And I went
It
and
was a
saw you
bad
in the
game.
X-ray room. We had a good cry together. I was already crying.
Yeah.
And Delanie's just like a fucking,
He was him.
I like a
Yeah.
beast football player.
It was just bad because I didn't want to play anymore.
Yeah.
I told everybody, like, let's play tomorrow. But everybody voted against me. We're going to finish this game out. You get hurt. Marcus get hurt. I get hurt. It was just like 7 hours of playing football. Really?
Yeah, that was a wild day.
Yeah.
That could have been a
Noon game, ended up getting
shitty
home
moment,
at like
too.
11 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could have been a shitty moment for me. I didn't want to play. I started eating barbecue after the third break.
We were just chilling.
We
I
had
was
pads off and everything.
pads off, eating barbecue.
Dude, you're making the most of it, but it's like you have no control over what's happening.
I know.
The worst was it was like a minute 47 left in the second half or the first half, and we had to like go do 2 minutes. And I'm like, fuck, I got to go out there and just pass block.
Yeah.
Like that's the most stressful time is
Yeah.
2 minutes. I'm like, I got to go do that right now.
Remember when we came out the third time, we didn't even warm up?
Yeah.
They just put the ball down, blew the whistle. I'm like, oh, snap. This really
It was
happening
brutal, dude.
right now. This
Brutal.
is really happening.
That was a wild day. Yeah, I remember that people were trying to say like, hey, we shouldn't play.
Yeah, it was a few, but a few of us they was like, no, we don't want to come back. I'm like,
I know. Hindsight's 2020.
yeah.
But yeah, that was a shitty deal. That's it.
I'm good. This is a
solid?
good show.
Yeah.
All right,
Comment,
boys.
subscribe, like, big hugs, tiny kisses, do all the things. Talk with us on social media.
And be safe tonight. If y'all trick or treat tonight or tomorrow, just be safe out there. Sickos running around.
Bunch of Delanies ripping around out there, dude. All right, boys. Big hugs, tiny kisses. We'll talk to you soon.